All right then.
Hello, gentle friends, and welcome to another casual competition of TFT. My name is Candidate, joined this time by the inestimable I should have prepared a list of adjectives.
You really should have done.
If I was going to go down this road at least. It's Improbable Blob.
Hello.
Whoa.
Hello.
I don't know if you're spooky, but that's how it ended up
I hope I'm not spooky. Definitely not the vibe I'm going for.
Well, so Improbable Blob, as the winner of last week's competition and dominating force, you beat up everyone. Like, what's up with that, huh?
I mean, it wasn't my fault. I promise.
Alright, let's go and check out...
I try not to bully people too hard.
Let's see. Let's check out the stream. Ooh.
Oh, we still have our last week's comps.
Oh, we do. Ooh, that's weird. I don't know why they haven't updated themselves. Alright, we'll sort that out as we go. Probably. Who knows? Maybe. Stranger things have happened on the battlefield. So, our first lobby, consisting of Anti-Mew, Hey Finno, Hold Hands, Stybix, Way Too Slick, Skiller, Happy Light Sense, and Shining Hero to open us up here today. So, Blob, as the expert on not just TFT, but these players, having played with many of them before, who are you most anticipating in this lobby?
I mean, I don't think I've seen Anti-Me before, and I just took a quick peek at their ranks. Is a solid like 300 ahead of anyone else. So they should be interesting to watch. I know Finno likes playing nonsense, so I'm kind of curious if we get some nonsense from Finno.
I mean, let's take a quick look at Finno here. We can see there's already a little bit of aforementioned nonsense coming through there. Notorious for monkey emojis and Donkey Kong. I think he's got a real problem, Blob.
He really does. It's probably not good for him.
Let's see. So we've got Finno in the top left. We've got Stybix in the top right. Way Too Slick down in the bottom left. And Anti-Me. So we'll say, yeah, Anti-Me is probably our biggest question mark here. So you and Slick had an interesting interaction in the previous tournament. You kind of, because you were here, you kind of kept Slick into second place the whole way through. Does this mean by you being on commentary?
Slick said that they wanted to go duelists and just happened to hit 5 Moonlight 3-stars every game. Obviously, Moonlights no longer exist, but they do hit a chosen Yasuo, so maybe they can do what they intended to do last week.
Well, what I was going to ask is, with you absent from the competition, does this mean automatically that Way Too Slick's going to be the winner here today?
Well, Anti-Me wasn't here last week, and Anti-Me is technically a better player than me if you go by numbers alone.
Okay. And they do have a very adorable kitty on their stream, so I'm already pulling for them. Let's see.
Yeah, see, they have a nice little animation going. Pretty good, pretty good.
It's how you know they're in the right place. So if we look at what people have got early on, so for Anti-Mew, we've got a little sharpshooter setup. We've got the makings of a Rena's Hurricane, and Gwynsu, the fact that you can see Anti-Mew is specifically thinking that over right now, and that they're going to go for the Rabadons and put the needlessly large in instead. What do you think of that particular choice, Blob?
I mean, I think it's probably the correct choice. Hurricane is widely used among the current carries. Like, the only one who really doesn't like it is Kale, right? So all the other ones don't mind having Hurricane. You can play it on Shyvana, you can play it on Olaf, you can play it on Talon. So technically you can play it on Xayah, but it's not that good on her. So yeah, it's a very versatile item, much more so than Rage Blade. And you obviously want to be stabbing items, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, we're walking a rarefied atmosphere here where we've got some very high-ranked players as well as, there's a huge disparity in skill throughout this competition, which is why I'm glad that a lot of our players have taken the more meme-worthy approach to the competition. Darius is today's meme, as far as I'm aware.
Darius is today's meme. Okay, well, let's see how that goes, shall we?
Let's see. So Slick has got the duelists, as you can see down here. And looks like there's more than one player with duelists right now, I think. Oh, in fact, yeah, there we go. So who are they up against? They're up against Finno. Let's bump the quality on this.
Finno currently doesn't have it chosen yet, so I think they're just playing whatever they've hit. Unlikely to be actually committing to duelist at any point.
Oh, Antibi and Raicha, thank you for the follows. We have plenty more TFT coming from here. So, 4 duelists early on. In terms of items, so the Infinity Edge pushed through. What do you think about...
Infinity Edge, one of the best damage items, right? You never say no to Infinity Edge.
What do you think about it in duelists, in terms of what it's doing
I
for
think
the
it's
overall
correct
comp?
in duelist in every case.
And...
you can compare it to Deathblade, right? And the Infinity Edge versus Deathblade debate is kind of just very much dependent on preference. But early on, Infinity Edge is just objectively better. So, slam your item. You have the components for Infinity Edge, you just take it, right?
So how does this figure in terms of how you're going to be building the comp later on? Does that mean that you have to build a strong Yasuo if you're going to make an item that's primarily useful for him?
Oh no, you can use Infinity Edge on any AD carry. It works on other things like Olaf or Talon. So if you don't hit the Yasuos, you can always pivot out of it.
Okay, I like it. I'll just be mentally AFK for a second while I get our...
It does lose out to the cultist player, who actually leveled earlier. Hold hands 7/8, seemingly betraying their name by leveling to 5 at 2/3.
What a jerk. I think before they did actually get 8th, 7th or 8th, and they made a big deal of it in the lobby. We were very impressed with them for living their gimmick. Excuse me, yes, about the scoreboard. We'll see if I can get it to work. It seems
We'd be a bit unfortunate if this was just stuck there for the rest of the tournament. Oh, there we go. Nope.
Nope, no, it's still showing the old stuff. Alright, I'll tell you what, I will hide the scoreboard for now, and I'll try and fix it between rounds. There we go. Ha-ha!
Oh, it was never there to begin with.
That's right, it's all an illusion. Let's hop
Well,
around.
I'm actually not sure that Waitress Tech is actually going duelist, because they've already leveled, right? So they've already clicked the level up button, so they're not really going for duelist, because they can't hyper roll. And the slow roll is going to be much shorter, essentially.
So we've got the 4 duelists coming in with the Callista on the front line. Maybe
Yeah, I feel frontline Callista is a slight misplay.
Does seem strange.
She's typically a... Oh, anyway, if you're going for just loose streaking, I can see why. But typically you want Callista on the backline, right?
Yeah, I mean, you've got...
Regardless wins, so
Well, you've got this Yasuo with an Infinity Edge actually destroying through, so...
It's a strong item, right?
Yeah, so 1 win, 1 loss, not ideal.
Yeah, not the best streak.
Okay, so Happy Light Sense unfortunately has had some technical issues, so won't be able to have their stream for today, but and Skiller down at the bottom of the table right now. Finno, we haven't talked too much about them directly, so we expected the memes, but they've actually got, it looks like it's Assassin, Chosen, Diana with a Dragon's Claw already completed, giving up a bit of that damage potential to make sure the Diana actually stays up.
I mean, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of these players have the units you'd expect to see go into a hyper roll. You have Finno with his Diana. You have Waitress Deck with the Yasuo. You even have Stybex with a few Nasus's, which I know that reroll Nasus is technically a thing. But none of them, they've all leveled, so I don't think that any of them are actually going for the reroll.
No,
which is always interesting, right?
Well, I suppose over time, certainly in the most recent patch, I believe that Diana 3 got nerfed and Zed as well. So Greyheart is surprised by seeing the Dragon's Claw. I'm not personally, but Blob, maybe you could explain better than I can as to why it's important.
I'm pretty sure that Finn is just going I need to slam items, therefore I slam item. And doesn't think any further than that. I mean, Dragon Claw's a fine item in general. If you want defensive stuff, I mean, it's not the best for Diana if you're going Diana carry, because she really wants to be doing that AD damage with things like IE and Hurricane and Titan's Resolve. So yeah, it's a good defensive item because magic damage is fairly prevalent, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. This is a tell that Finno's not planning on sticking around on the Dragons. On the Dianas, especially also being a relatively early level 5. The Dragon's Claw I've certainly seen that on a fair few Olafs and the like, as a way to specifically deny getting blown up by Aurelian Sol before you get anything done.
It's always nice not to get blown up by Aurelian Sol. I think everyone can agree on that one.
Yeah, we're not thinking for a lot of these folks here today that they're actually going to be hyper rolling or even slow rolling necessarily for their competition unless they turn up a bunch of them already, which in some cases actually does seem to be the case. Hold hands with looks like Cultists early on. Blob, how are you feeling about Cultists right now?
I think Cultists are a good early game comp that falls off a cliff. So the same as it's been for a while.
So you're looking to get...
Yeah, like, you can have a game, and I don't think it's particularly infrequent, where you hit 6 Cultists early on. Like, I think, I'm not actually sure how far away Hold Hands is. But if you hit 6 Cultists by 3-2 or whatever, you will win streak until stage 5. And you can just go 9 off that and just play 5 cost.
Okay.
Otherwise, Cultist kind of sucks.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's not a bad thing to necessarily have the compositions be sort of useful at specific different parts of the game.
Yeah, essentially, never go 9 Cultist. 6 Cultist, decent. 3 Cultist, you can splash it.
Yeah, Greyheart saying in the chat that he particularly likes picking up cultists to ensure that most likely that at least they will make the top 4.
I mean, yeah, I think if you're not strong enough with Cultists, you may as well not play it. If you're win streaking Cultists, great. If you're not, then
Alright, so let's see. Up against Skiller right now, who's on 70 health, so definitely needs to win here. What are they running? Looks like they are running Assassins as well. Unfortunate for them that Finno is just casually sitting on 5 Dianas and so spammy in the face of Skiller.
It also doesn't help that the GA really came in clutch there, so the Kindred didn't get blown up and was able to reset aggro and bounce around. Just dealing a lot of damage there.
Yes, Kindred still sort of hung around as a a really strong 3-cost generic unit that I kind of figured at some point would be taken down a peg, but right now, as far as I'm aware, it's still very, very good. It's just a throw-in will do a ton of damage if you've got nothing else better going on.
Yeah, she's one of those units that, like, you don't play her as a carry, right? Like, no one really goes 3-star Kindred carry or whatever. But like, early game, a 2-star Kindred will carry it pretty hard, and you can put a lot of items on her because she does a lot of AD and AP damage. So regardless of what you're going in the end, you don't actually mind that much.
And of course, with the Diana being the very, very temporary carry for Finno here, we've also got the 2 Spirit coming in. Though it looks like Anti-Mew has actually got themselves a strong enough composition to take this particular set down.
Yeah, with these Brawlers and Dragon Souls.
Let's share back in with the
It's always fun.
So actually got a Vanguard chosen with Dragon Soul Brawler backing it up. What do you make of that?
Yeah, 4 Vanguard, 3 Dragon Souls, 2 Brawler, which is a very defensive composition, right? You're trying to just ramp up the damage and just last long enough that you can just burn them out with Shyvana. I think it's the plan. Okay, I was assuming they were going to go for the Rage Blade there. Oh, wait, did they get the Rage Blade? Oh, wait, no, they didn't. They were their next pick. Because Rage Blade Shyvana's really nice, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
but instead to go for a Sunfire, is that? Yeah, Sunfire on Braum. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, Braum...
So Sunfire is a good item.
Yeah, Braum just refuses to leave the field for a very, very long time, so it makes sense. So
yeah, the one issue with Braum, right, is that he's too tanky. So if you get your Dragon Soul buff on him, then you start being a bit sad about it. Although that is an Olaf in the shop.
Ooh.
And Olaf, you got a Hurricane already? Question mark. I know that Olaf carry can be pretty monstrous. I don't know if they're going to pick it up or not.
It does certainly
they don't
seem
have
better than
Slayer in,
brand.
right? So
they've got a filler brand in the competition just to get the Dragon Soul right now. So Olaf was.
Oh yeah, you probably play it over the brand at least, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Whether you play it over the Shyvana is another question.
Well, so given the item components you have right now, I mean, we're going to find out for sure in a couple of rounds what they get, but so you mentioned, the Quincy's Rage Blade a possibility, maybe the Hand of Justice with the tier as well. With these items, which are you favouring more, the Olaf or the Shyvana?
I mean, Tear and Rod aren't particularly good items, right? For either of them. I mean, Tear is no, yeah, not Tear. Rod can go into Rageblade for Shyvana, which can do some work. Rod can go Hodge, but Hodge isn't that good. So I mean, okay, you've hit Shyvana too, so now's the time to make a choice, right?
Yes, so if you level up and then decide to go for the Olaf, you're going to have to get rid of your Shyvana, so... Big decision time, looks like it will be Shyvana at least for
I think Olaf is like... Oh, okay. I think Shyvana's an easier comp to build, because you just throw in 8 Brawler and laugh at your opponents because you have infinite HP. But I think Olaf is technically a stronger build. And like you only have 6 items right now, so you're going to get another 6 at least over the next 2 creep rounds of Carousel. So you've got a good chance of actually like getting good Olaf items, right?
So up against Way Too Slick right now, I can see he has been using the Callista, great tank busting unit. And I think it's going to be close, but no cigar.
Yeah, that was close. I think the Shyvana got hit by Nasus, and that was why it was attacking so slowly.
Ah, yes, the Wither.
It's always a bit annoying when Nasus hits your carry. Doesn't matter if you win, though, right?
Absolutely. So let's check in with Stybex, who's currently in first place. We haven't talked about them a whole lot. They are running Siphoner, currently up to 3 with a Warlord backup. So they've got lots of HP and spell power. It looks like, yeah, they've managed to get nearly all the Warlords fully stacked, so they're pretty darn strong right now.
Oh yeah, this is just upgraded units, right? They have all the units upgraded apart from the Katarina. So it's not a surprise that they're doing so well. Because 2-star units are strong.
Ooh, alright. So let's do some quick figuring out here. So with this being a Siphoner chosen rather than a Warlord chosen, it seemed to be, you know, if ever would be more clear that the Warlords are a temporary part of the team setup.
Oh yeah, Warlord's definitely temporary. I mean, 9 Warlord is a comp that people do play, and it's pretty powerful, but I think it's unlikely that they actually go 9 Warlord. Okay, they've decided that they want to roll a little bit, try and hit this Katarina 2, because Katarina 2, obviously, huge power spike if that's your main damage dealer, right?
And yeah, now she's got the Gunblade and the Siphon above. Oh, Sunny, thank you for the sub. Very much do appreciate it, and also for filling the room with... Oh no, I think I've actually got it turned off, the overlay turned off for this one. Oh, that's what a shame. We'll have to get that sorted out at a later point. I'll do that between rounds. I'll make sure if you spam emotes, they'll turn up on the screen. It's very important. But yeah, anyway, back to the game itself. Stybix keeps that win streak going. They're on a 10-round win streak right now. That is pretty gross.
I mean, yeah, a 10-round win streak is... It's pretty good. They lost the first round 2-1 and haven't lost since. So, you know, almost a perfect game so far. But whether or not you can convert this incredible advantage you have into something else is another question. Because I think most people agree that if you're in this spot, getting anything lower than like second means you've probably misplayed, right? All the lobby is just incredibly high roll. So yeah, we need to see how Stybex can convert this into a late game comp.
Yeah, so we got the...
Yeah, so full Warlord will fall off.
Well, so if we've got the Gunblade, we've got the Dragon's Claw, as you mentioned, useful on most carries later on as a anti-burst device, and oh boy, Skiller's definitely getting burst right now. What kind of comp should you be
5 HP at 4-2.
Well, this
not
is
a great spot.
To be fair, this is Skiller's special move. They'll get down to 5 HP, and then they will murder everyone. I don't know if you're familiar with Skiller's power.
I'm not familiar. That seems like a very dangerous special move.
Sanity, yes. So joining me today is Improbable Blob, winner of last time's tournament, and a general amazing TFT streamer. Do check out Improbable Blob TFT. Gosh, it's so long to type. Probable Blob.
Really is.
TFT. There you go. Hopefully that link worked, did it? It did! Hooray! I'm great at this.
Hey. I mean, that's a 4th Siphoner for Stybex with the Morgana, so there's going to be a lot of healing now. It'll be very, very difficult to tear through this comp.
I guess it's worth noting that the In terms of actual damage items, the Siphoners currently don't have any. It's all completely on this Katarina to actually provide the punch of the comp.
Yeah, but it seems that if you look at the damage trend, it's actually fairly even. Like you see the Vi actually doing the most damage. Like all these warlords pack a punch, right? And so, like because all the units are upgraded, everything's doing their part, right? There's no singular carry.
I suppose yes, you're right. I know that Vi has kind of picked up popularity as an AP, item holder just generally, and with all those warlord spell power and things coming in, doing a nice job. As Happy will grab hold of the early Ornn.
Oh yeah, the early Ornn. You never say no to an early Ornn. The one thing about when you see an Ornn on this carousel is that because the early picks are low HP, chances are they're not going to get as much use out of it as the higher HP ones, so it's less value to them.
True.
But so it is kind of like a balance, like, oh, do I want this? Because I might only get one item out of it. And it's not actually that strong a unit until he gives you items. But if Cybex gets Ornn here, I think they win the game. Because Ornn items will just overrun you if you have just that many. Oh, we see our first... is that a loaded dice, I see?
It is a loaded dice
and
a
I do
target
love
dummy
some
as well.
loaded dice.
Loaded dice are a ton of fun. Sunny's saying that they are big for the Vi. Yeah, I think Vi can be very, very good as... Okay, so Titan Resolve coming in, which is pretty good for if you're intending to crit, though we don't currently have Assassin in the composition for Stybex to allow that to happen.
Oh yeah, it's good for things that can crit and things that can survive, so something with a Gunblade, one of those things that could probably survive a decent amount of time.
Oh, it's going to be Swain. This is Swain items, presumably.
Yeah, maybe. That would make sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's my assumption, because, you're saying, I mean, normally we maybe see the Titan Resolve on the Nasus, but I feel like it's maybe a little bit late in the day for that.
Yeah, if it was Nasus 3, then yeah, sure.
Oh,
I could definitely see that, but it's not Nasus 3, so probably not.
Thank you very much, Skiller, for the sub. I'm going to spend some of this weekend catching up all the songs which I promised people for subbing.
Okay, no, they're just going for Katarina 3. They just loaded dice Katarina.
That's pretty wild.
It's loaded dice Katarina that... Because the loaded dice is always one of those things where... What is the actual optimal unit to use it on if you're looking for something? And sometimes it's not obvious. I think specifically for like Shyvana, you either want to use it on Swain or Brom. Because using it on Shyvana herself can also drop a Nunu at the 3-cost level.
Yes.
So yeah, it's one of those fairly non-obvious things.
I think
so I quite enjoy. And we see this Kindred living on 0 HP. And Finno breaking the win streak.
Oh, what a monster. Let's check back in with Finno and see what they are up to. So they
still have their chosen Diana.
What are they doing? What madness is this?
I mean, well, it's clearly paying off. Like, I think they're just going to sell it after this, maybe, and roll down and try and pivot out of this, because chosen Diana 2-star is going to fall off.
So, as a little small point on the whole loaded dice thing from before, the best unit if you want to get Katarina's is actually Garen.
It's actually Garen. Oh, okay.
I guess because at the point where you're going to be like, it's not
because using it on Katarina can also drop a Kali, right? Because that's another 3-cost.
I guess there's because you're always rolling at it's always the roll at the level that you're at the moment, primarily.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to get my head fully around how it works, but I guess for Garen...
I can't explain how it works. It's
cool.
First, what happens is you roll the cost. That's what happens at every shop. You roll the cost first, and then the units.
So when you say the cost...
So with loaded dice, you roll your costs. So if you're level 8, you'll have a 5% chance of hitting 5 costs, and so on.
Okay, so standard roll.
So that's a standard roll. And and the same with loaded dice. So you have a 5% chance of hitting 5 costs in your shop, regardless. And then it rolls the units. If there are no 5 costs on your thing, say you put it on a spirit, I'm not actually sure what happens there. I think it just re-rolls until it finds the cost that you actually have. So yeah, if it rolls a 3 cost and you're putting it on a Katarina, then you can either get a Katarina or an Akali, right?
So, say if, in this case, if we were Finno and we still had a load of dice, so if we get to the point where we're not, where we can't roll 2 costs anymore, and all of the spirits are, well, I think 1, 2, and 3 costs, so you're minimizing your chance of at least of hitting a spirit once you roll at a high enough level. If you rolled on Diana, presumably you'd have a very good chance then of turning up a Talon, for instance.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, because I think there is, Talon would be the only 4 cost you could hit, right? So if you're going for Talon, then Diana is, I think, the best unit to go for. So I think Antimi has got this Shyvana 3 in their brawler comp, which is honestly my favorite comp, and I'm glad someone is playing it.
Oh, I really love brawler comps as well. Like, I tried it with Vanguard, it definitely didn't work anywhere near as well, but for brawlers, just grabbing every brawler you ever see in the whole game and just bunging them into your composition does seem to work pretty darn well.
Yeah, it works pretty well. I would recommend.
So
yeah, it has an all-in now as well, which is really nice. There is no 8 brawler right now because they don't have a set, but they're going for a Dragon Soul instead of 8 brawler, right? Which makes a lot of sense.
They've also got
one of the issues is that they have too many frontline units. They're all melee.
Yes, that has.
So the Olaf and the Braum are going to be stuck in the back.
Is there a? I mean, going by what we're seeing right now, there doesn't seem to be a way around that, but it does seem like a particularly unique and strange idea for the composition that there's the entire comp is melee, so you just have to have this really strange idea of just leaving units behind.
I think ultimately you play things like Swain and Asol because they're ranged Dragon Souls, and they actually can do some damage rather than just wandering around looking silly.
Alright, so just to update you guys as to what's going on, Happy Light Sense and Skiller have both been knocked out early. Of course, Skiller going out in 8th and Happy Light Sense in 7th, so I'm just going to update the details here. Yes, unfortunately, we didn't get the chance to see too much of what Skiller and Happy were doing.
I don't actually know what they were playing at all. I can't remember seeing them. Seeing them in the game.
But we'll try and keep you guys updated as well as it goes. So Finno and Shining Hero, we'll check in actually with Finno because they are potentially
dying.
They're potentially 1 round away from being killed. They've actually gone for 6 assassins, so that's presumably why they were.
Yeah, they're going for a 6 assassin Akali build. They also have Talon as a secondary carry. Those things, but they have their Diana still in, and I feel it's just not. I mean, it's offering the synergy, right? But not a lot else. So we'll see if it's worth it. Whether or not it can defeat the 3 stars that Way Too Slick has managed to find.
Yeah, that's a nice 3-star Jackson there, and you've got the classic combination of the Infinity Edge and Titan's Resolve. Certainly picked up a lot of popularity recently, and that's just that too strong for Finno. They're not quite dead, but they're pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, I think you take that as like, okay, I'm not dead. It's fine. You're just got to win this next one, right?
So I like the concept here of you've got Diana there to tank up things. I think you mentioned before that the Ornn can be a little bit of a trap here for the players in that Finno's gonna need to survive another round to even get any return on the Ornn. Oh, hello! I didn't quite spot who it was that got sold there.
It was a Yuumi. Just selling everything. I'm not sure. He's just rolling for a Akali 3. I don't think he actually was winning this round anyway. So
pile of Akalis.
Yeah, because like this Shyvana 3 is very, very strong, right?
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's completely untouched at this point, and it's got the Hand of Justice in there for a little bit of incidental healing. There we go. So yeah. Finno goes out in 6th. Oh, apparently Happy was doing Elderwood Nico, and Skiller was you were trying for Assassin Diana. I did think that after you saw Finno kind of shoving it in your face that they had Diana's, you might switch to a different one, but I guess didn't get the opportunity to do so.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it didn't hit the 3-star Akali, and so wasn't able to fully survive that. That's one of those things where, like, if you have chosen Diana, I think that you need to get 3-star to be keeping her. Otherwise, she just didn't do very much, did she? She just got kind of blown up by the Shyvana.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it? You know, while she individually was able to stay alive for a decent amount of time, it didn't ultimately make a huge amount of difference. Shining Hero running Warlord Assassin right now, so it seems like Katarina's pretty popular.
I mean, yeah, Katarina is a popular unit. Can confirm.
So Stybix, so we've got two of our remain. So Finno is looking at Shining, but Shining presumably is going to get, is going to struggle to get themselves that strong, as this is up against the ghost of Way Too Slick right now with the duelists.
Yeah, so Stybix has sold their chosen, right? Sold the chosen Nasus and is just trying to find a 5-cost chosen. And,
Yes.
Go from there.
Oh wow,
which obviously I think is the correct play. You don't want to be stuck on a 1-cost chosen the entire game when you can get a 5-cost chosen instead. That's always what you want to go. And Katarina did a lot of work there. The Gunblade making her survive for a long time. Okay, chosen Mystic Zillion, one of the best, right? He gets mana reduced. He casts very quickly. Would recommend.
The one thing which I wanted to point out from the previous round was that was with those 3 items which are now putting on Swain not being used for Stybix. So they managed to win a round just casually not using 3 items at the same time, which
yeah, they are very strong. There's a bit of a split in this lobby where there are 3 people alive and they all have above 50 HP.
Yes, Way Too Slick is now dead in 5th as a Shining Hero in 4th, so that will happen very quickly. Alright, so updating our results. So yeah, our top 3 remaining, as you said, with very, very similar HP. Hold Hands currently up at the top of the scoreboard, and looks like they're going to stay there because they have got a very fierce Swain who is just destroying everything.
I think it was also the Talon in the back bouncing around, which also helps, right?
Oh, for sure. I mean, having the frontline and backline access certainly feels like it gives you pretty good coverage of comps you're going to beat.
I'm going to be honest, I don't know about holding this Yone 2 on the bench. I feel you probably want Yone 2 on your board. Okay, I think they were rolling for Swain 2. I think you just sell the Nidalee, right?
Surely,
and
yes.
Just play... Okay, they sell the Morgana. And the decisions come in slightly too late and they can't get the XL shield on Yone, but it's not... Okay, it's a pretty big deal, but they should be okay.
Okay, up against Anime, who is... That you say we've been keeping our eyes on this Shyvana all game, and nothing so far has really seemed like it's adequate to take out the Shyvana.
Well, the way you beat the Shyvana is with CC, right? It doesn't have a QSS, so if you get some frontline CC in there, you can really make this Shyvana hurt because she'll just get stuck there and not do anything. But I mean, if you don't have any CC in your comp, she is going to ruin you. Okay, they've got to pick up this. Wait, what are they going to pick up? I know that Stybix wants the Warlord spat. Okay, they're going for the ZZ Rot, which makes a lot of sense, right? You put your ZZ Rot next to your Shyvana so that she doesn't get targeted by something, and can freely get off her autos.
Let's
get
see.
That transformation in.
I was just looking to see if there were any 3-stars in the comp for maximum value there, but yeah, it seems like it's going to be mostly full utility. As much as the Brawler comp is definitely not suffering for bodies on the field, but so between our 3 remaining players, who are you anticipating taking the W here?
I mean, I have a soft spot for Shyvana, but I did see that Talon had a Giant Slayer, so
ooh.
I think there's a reasonable chance that Talon can get through it. Also a Last Whisper, so no armor's really going to stop him.
Alright, so we'll keep our eyes on the Shyvana from...
Shyvana's been disarmed by Aurelia, is what's happened here.
Oh, Shyvana's dropped the Talon, though. and it's currently up at full health, so I think this is not going to be it for Hold Hands.
Yeah, it looks like Brawlers are strong enough to take out this Enlightened comp, I think it is.
Yes, we don't have Hold Hands directly on stream, so we'll have to see if anyone's looking at them right now. Oh, there, Finno is. Okay.
Yeah, five Enlightened, 3 Adept, with some other random 5 costs in there.
I mean, I assume, if you're going to be running kind of any assassin-based composition, that Brawlers are always going to be a tough time for you, given that...
Yeah, Brawlers are always just obnoxious because you can't get through them as quickly. Even with a Giant Slayer, right? You saw it took the hand like 5 autos to actually get through. The Maokai 1, I think it was.
Yes. I mean, what do you think of this idea, with having the Giant Slayer on there? Because presumably that's designed to prop up the worst matchups for the Talon, which is getting stuck on something really beefy, as opposed to trying to enhance the best matchups where they're trying to delete the individual carry.
I mean, well, it makes a lot of sense, right? Because we saw just how split this lobby was. You're like, okay, these are the people I have to beat. There's a Brawler player who is going to be here in the finals, in the final round. So it makes a lot of sense to be actually putting that on your unit, because you're going to be playing against this Brawler again and again and again, and it's the best damage item you have.
Alright, so what have we got going on here? We've got a dual gauntlet coming in for the Brawlers, but I presume that's going to end up on the Swain, if anywhere.
I'd imagine it end up on the set, actually.
Oh, of course, yes.
Set exists. He does do damage, right?
Yes, quite a lot of damage at that. Let's see who else has got bits and pieces. So we've got Morella Nomicon coming in for Stybix there.
It's kind of an unfortunate pickup there, because you already have a Sunfire, so you're already spreading anti-heal. I mean, it's fine on like a Yone or something, but you'd rather have a better item.
Oh no, okay, sorry, Skilla just catching up on the chat. Gosh, there's a lot to do at the same time. Yeah, Skilla never got a chance to switch out of Diana to something else. That's a real shame. We'll have to talk about that once we get on to the next round, but for now, we've got a potential elimination time
some
for
good shroud
Stybix.
placement from Stybix there. Shrouding the Shyvana.
So that does delay the transformation a little bit, but...
And they're like... CCing her decently with Zir and Jarvan. It's the only... I say it's the only thing. It's like a few things alive, but it's just not enough.
No.
Shyvana is just too strong. So anti-me, bullying someone into third. I think Hold Hands also beat Stybix there, so... Bad luck. You weren't getting anything more than third, were you?
No, very unfortunate. So what we'll do is we'll switch across to Anti-Me's point of view as they try and take this one home. So 1v1 right now. Shyvana up to 3-star as well. Oh, that's beyond gross.
Well, they also have this Zizira on the Braum. Specifically backlined Braum to stop the Talon from doing anything. Which is it's quite an interesting choice, right?
Yeah, it seems to be specifically there to try and catch...
and then moves it to the opposite side so it doesn't even get to catch Talon. Shyvana is stuck in the backline and can't get anywhere.
She's not transforming very quickly.
Yeah, it has been stunned quite a lot. Okay, finally got the transformation off. But most of the rest of the team is dead, so let's see if they can actually do anything. I mean, Set is back, so it is just about enough, but that positioning almost backfired.
So what do you think that they were going for there with the...
I think they were going for, I don't want my Shyvana deleted.
Yeah, I mean, they're very well protected at the moment, surrounded on every single side.
Yeah, I assume that the line of thinking is, if my Shyvana lasts long enough, I will win the fight regardless, so I'm just going to protect her.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she does 13,000 damage, even with that start where she just kind of wandered around aimlessly.
So a swift change of formation right up at the end against Hold Hands. So we'll keep an eye on where the Talon ends up going, but he does in fact get stuck on the Zarot portal this time around, and then caught by the Set at the same time.
And then deleted.
Oh okay, boy.
I mean, yeah, not much to be done really. And I think that's death.
Alright.
That is. Oh, it doesn't even get the new 3. Yeah, anti-me winning round 1.
Alright, so you called it, and it looks like the rank wasn't a good enough predictor So for now, guys, we would have a little bit more of a post-game chat, but the next round will be starting in 9 minutes' time, and I need to sort it out. This is such a great idea. So, we'll be back when this timer is all kinds of done for round number 2. So stick with us, and we'll see you soon. Hello, 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 gentle friends, and welcome back once more. We're headed into round 2 of Canada's Casual Competition number 5. And this time we have 6 point of view players, making it 1.5 times as confusing as before. How exciting, Improbable Blob.
It really is. Yeah, we just have more things to look at. I actually need to update the scoreboard about who's...
Oh, yes.
where's our tournament list?
Let me send it. It's in the tournament discussion. Oh, of course, yes,
Right.
you weren't tagged because of not being a player today.
Imagine.
I don't know, there's too many rooms. Too many rooms in...
Okay, yeah, I can fix it.
Okay, so yes, we've got Farfetch, EUW, Anti-Mew, EU West, Charles Moon, Hold Hands, Stybix, Trebor, Shunning Hero, and Zucchini coming to the battlefield for today. So if memory serves, Sharmoon, Trebor, Zucchini, and I want to say Farfetch coming in as our new players for Lobby 2.
That is correct.
Ooh, I'm so good at this.
Incredible.
Incredibly. Alright, so it looks like Charles Moon has forgotten to switch across to their game scene. So
should we message them in their chat or something?
that's what I'm gonna do. So alright,
Don't want to watch a blank screen, eh?
no, and apologies again for we will get little advert pop-ups because of the way Twitch works. So we're checking in with Anti-Mew to start us off here for game number 2. In fact, let's just update everyone as to what the global rankings are right now. So Farfetch coming in for this lobby won lobby 2. So they're coming in with the most points. The way the kind of structure of this tournament works is it's explicitly intended not to be particularly competitive, even though you kind of have a lot of the same kind of competition rules you see in a lot of other TFT competitions. There's no bonus for being at the first table, so the second table players will generally tend to leap up after each game and join table 1, and giving them hopefully the best chance to mix together and, you know, have a good time.
And yeah, I feel a bit bad for Anti-Me here. Because they hit a Nico's already.
Ooh.
You never really want to hit Nico's in your first 3 rounds because you just are so poor the entire game. I mean, sure you can high roll like a 2-star forecast in like stage 3, technically, but even so, it feels really bad every time. Okay, this is fine then because they're getting a money start, so they're going to get probably 2 items and then 7 gold in an Eco's is what I'm expecting the start to be.
They've got the choice here of either going for the Garen or for the Maokai. What would be your preference?
I mean, I think Maokai makes a lot of sense. Just because he's a pretty good chosen, right? You can keep him in there. He's not a brawler chosen if you're hard forcing brawlers. I mean, Elderwoods are still a strong comp, right? The Xayah Acel combination can do a lot of work. So I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with going for it. Okay, well they actually they could go for Wukong. Are we going to see our first Bonky Kong?
Oh my gosh, I hope so. So we've got...
I doubt it.
We don't have the most amazing items. We've got no potential for a Death Blade or even a Bloodthirster to kind of go full meme comp. Yes, I think we have been saying Anti-Me's name wrong for the entirety of the first round, so let's get that corrected.
Wait, how are we supposed to say it?
I was saying Anti-Mew.
Oh, I thought I was saying Anti-Me. Oh, because it's Anti-Me EU West, right?
Yeah, I think it kind of throws off the reading of the end of the one. I see. We can see some of the talk in the chat. It's worth noting for anyone who's watching who hasn't played in one of the competitions before, then as you can see on the left of your screen, all of our players are in a Discord chat, or at least I think nearly all of them. No, they all are in there. Some of them are muted, some of them are actively taunting each other, but all of them are experiencing the joy which comes with having direct access to all of your opponents while you're playing against them. All right, let's check around and see what some of our newer players are doing. Let's just see if Shah's Moon is still.
Charles Moon is still on loading screen. We saw Anti-B lose to a Dan attack. I'm not actually sure who it was. I couldn't quite make out the name. I think it was Shining Hero, but I'm not actually sure who Shining Hero is.
Yeah. Oh, Shining Hero has a different name. That's why it's confusing. Shining Hero is Sony. They'll hopefully should try and bring some stuff together. Let's see. So Treble, who is notorious for playing not just TFT but Rocket League and a bunch of other stuff as well as ludicrously long 24-hour streams which extend to 40 hours, because he has the idea that if you donate or follow etc., it extends the time. And I do not understand how this human being functions for that long, but they managed to do it somehow.
Yeah, some people are just insane, yeah?
I think that's the conclusion we must come to. So, let's see. So, Treble, with no chosen so far, has got themselves some pretty solid item components. We mentioned before, Runan's very solid. And also, of course, the sword going quite well with it as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Runan's Deathblade on like a Talon or an Olaf, it's very, very powerful. Would recommend. But they clearly don't actually care that much, and they're just greeding. Because, you could get something better. And if you're trying to lose streak for items on the carousel, then yeah, it makes a lot of sense. For a second,
that's an interesting point that you brought up there, because people have been talking about the idea of, that lose streaking, certainly early on, seems to be the right thing, just because of how important it is to get the right items on your carries.
I don't know about right thing. It's always a preference, right? I think that in all but 2 metas in the entirety of TFT history, win streaking has been better. And the 2 metas being the Assassin Cassidin in set 1 and Blender in set 2, where you just needed that spat. But other than that, I think win streaking has always been the best.
So Treble did keep those early rounds. Okay, so they picked up another Negatron cloak. Interesting. Rather than sword.
They could be going for the okay, I can play Sivir here with a Hurricane and go from there. Because Sivir as a carry can be decent, right? And if they can fit in Cultist, because they already have the Vladimir as well, she can work pretty well.
Okay, we'll keep an eye. Well, let's just check and see what Treble's got in mind in the immediate. If they had, of course, yes, Lucky Lantern. I like how the Lucky
they're
Lantern...
having a lease in their shop, so they can go 3 cultists right now.
Okay, a target dummy and a needlessly large rod. So leveling up to 5.
Yeah, I would kind of expect them to put Sivir in. Oh wait, no, they sold the Sivir, and they have a Sivir in their shop, but. I was expecting Sivir to go in there, but oh well.
Oh, no.
They can put in Vanguard with Braum.
Looks like that's going to be the play.
Okay, they went for Dragonclaw. Clearly they value the magic resist quite highly. When you have things like a Kale already, then yeah, I can see it. Because Kale does a lot of magic damage, right?
Yeah, well, hold hand 7 and 8 has a Gunblade very on as well, helping to negate one of the difficulties for the Kale, of course, being of just getting murdered.
It's not. I feel the way to avoid getting murdered is just position well. But you can't always position well. Sometimes people have 6 assassins and they will murder your backline. So it can be reasonable, right?
Let's see. So let's check around the place and find. Zucchini. I love how Zucchini communicates by writing on the screen.
Perfect. Brawlers are good. Unfortunately, they do have the bow stuck on the Maokai for the moment. You'd much rather that bow be on the Shivana. You can get that Rage Blade. We saw it do incredible things in the previous lobby, right?
Yeah,
I'll write in for Zucchini Brawlers ?
Yeah, so that's where they're torn right now, because it's on their strongest brawler, which is a shame for the Maokai. I guess that's the consequence of not selling the Maokai early on.
Yeah, they are trying to go for a 5 loss streak into neutrals. I think they're probably going to manage it, actually, with this Yasuo being able to just tear through the brawlers.
Yeah, looks like
you'd rather actually kill 2 more units.
You do.
And you do. Oh, perfect
Perfect.
loss. So pretty happy about that one, I think.
Yeah,
A shame
Zucchini,
they're not at 30 gold, though.
coach of the Uwu esports team, and apparently perfection of strategy when it comes to those lost streaks. So I imagine Treble doing the same thing, though Treble is already lost a ton of health early on. 34 health dropped in the early going. So we'll keep an eye out.
They're considering this pike, right?
Assassin
And you
Chosen.
can maybe try and pivot into some assassin nonsense. But I assume they're not actually going to do that because just commit to Brawlers, they'll be fine, right?
Well, at this point, we don't even have any swords, so the possibility of seeing an Infinity Edge to have that assassin carry seems like it's pretty limited.
Okay, well, there's some money and a Nico's. And blue buff is just not a good item for Brawlers. Like, none of the Brawlers like blue buff.
No.
So it's a bit unfortunate, really.
I figure it's also kind of hard to, if we're talking about redemption or something, that it's going to be hard to necessarily have a particular brawler die at any point in the sequence.
Yeah, and also redemption as an item isn't actually that good on Brawlers specifically because they have so much flat HP. 800 HP for them, it's like 10% of their HP bar. Like, it's not that big a deal compared to, say, we're on Vanguards, where it's like half of their HP bar. So it's one of those things. I mean, we do see an Eldwood Rakan here. You could pivot into an ASOL comp. You can go blue buff death cap for your ASOL. That's pretty strong. But is committed, I think, because they see a different Rakan and are scared.
Double Hand of Justice plus Dual Gauntlet Vi. I mean, yes, Sani, that's absolutely the way to go.
Yeah, that would work if you had it.
So we've got this sad Shyvana who could potentially have a lot more power if they did have the completed Rage Blade. Though I suppose at the same time you might be holding out for the Runan's Hurricane just for how much more damage you're going to be getting out of that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't even have a cloak though, right? So you're a long way away. Okay,
right.
that's a Nuno. You can go full brawler right now.
Okay.
Interesting that they're valuing Rakan over Lulu, despite the fact that Lulu is upgraded.
Yes.
I know that Rakan was broken before the B patch, but even so, that's a bold choice, right?
Well, I suppose Lulu did get nerfed fairly heavily coming into the set, but yeah, okay, there we go. Last second change for the kitty.
They're just messing with us.
Yeah. So that's a bunch of extra health, which is certainly not too bad at all, especially considering we've got a Nunu in the mix up against Anti-Me, who looks like they are going for a Zed assassin combination there.
I think
so
that's I think they're going for a Slayer on the pike, and they're just going Slayers.
Does Anti-Me have Slayer yet? I'm going to see if I can find there. There they are. Oh yes, they do. Oh, that's right.
There's a spare pike. Okay, let's put that in.
So interesting choice on the Zed going for the Last Whisper rather than just more attack speed. What do you think they're going for there?
They probably look around and go, okay, there's a lot of armor in the lobby. Things like Vanguards or Eldwoods. I think there were 2 people going Eldwoods. I think I saw a 1 Vanguard player. And you don't want your Zed stuck on a single unit. It's kind of a similar thought to why you go Hurricane, right? Is you don't want your Zed stuck on a single unit, so you want him to be able to either tear through it with the Last Whisper or spread the damage so it doesn't matter that he's stuck on 1 unit.
Okay, well, let's see. So Anti-Me currently in the middle of the table. Oh my gosh, my stomach is really rumbling right now.
They actually have 7 pikes, which is that's quite a lot of pikes. Pike 3 stun is really long, right?
Yes, not a lot of damage, but certainly a lot of crowd control. Alright, so up against Shard's Moon here, who's currently towards the bottom of the table with Treble. It seems like they're running what looks to be a bonky conk. They've got loads and loads of items on the bench, so they're not very committed to that.
Yeah, I'd half expect them to be going into some kind of Fabled variant with a Nico carry. I think that's a decent comp, but they're going to have to stabilize soon because they are low HP. They're sub 50 HP before the carousel. It's not what you want to see, right?
No, and apparently Zucchini is listening to what we're saying, and that's why they put the Lulu in.
I don't mind coaching Zucchini on the fly, I guess.
Oh my gosh, we probably... Yeah, I'm going to have to stick this... If I cared about competitive integrity at all, I might stick the stream on a delay, but fortunately, not burdened by such things. Let's see, so we spent a bit of time there. Let's see what Stybix is up to, as we've got our carousel. Yeah, sorry for cutting away the carousel.
Also has 3 Slayer in, also, but a duelist. Duelist as well.
Interesting. I'm trying to figure out who that was going to be at this point. I guess we'll find out in a second. They're picking up the Negatron cloak, so...
Yeah, not sure who that is. Oh, it's Fura, I think. I think it's Fura chosen.
That's what I was thinking as well. Yes, it is. Okay, with a Zerot portal. Interesting.
Yeah, Fura's one of those units that surprises me. I'm surprised by how good Fura's been. Like, she can really tank a long time with her parries. Apparently, we are seeing the promised Darius carry, which you mentioned at the start.
Yes.
They're one rod away from double death cap.
Oh my gosh. So we're here to slam. I mean, I love that some of our players are taking the tournament about as seriously as it needs to be taken, which is not at all. Of course, do stick around, guys, who are watching. You may be not part of the competition because we will be running Among Us games and just general more casual TFT games afterwards if people are interested. But yes, this is much...
Darius does a lot of damage. I'm kind of surprised by how well it did that. Okay, let's update this thing. Who is this, by the way?
I know they've cut away from themselves.
Farfetched.
So we're currently looking at Stybix, who has...
Stybix is playing Darius.
Yes, his composition is just Darius.
Darius and nothing else.
Yep, nothing else matters.
I mean, well, yeah, if you're the only other thing that matters because it can tank a bit. I'm kind of surprised that they've got the Slayers in, because Darius doesn't heal off his ability, right? It doesn't count as an auto attack, so it doesn't get the healing. So the Slayer doesn't actually give him that much, right?
Let's just check on the wording of the Slayer. But I think it is just lifesteal.
Yeah, it's just lifesteal, it's not Omnivamp.
Yeah, so...
I seem to remember Mort saying that Darius would be broken if it was Omnivamp.
Well, we got a question from Sani with that specifically. Say, would you not prefer a death cap for the Darius if he's going to be the primary carry? Sorry, a Hextech Gunblade.
A Hextech. I mean, you can see the argument for Hextech. It's obviously less damage, and if you're gonna, it really depends, right? Whether or not do you think you need the sustain rather than just the burst, and also depends on what you get, right?
All right, so we'll keep an eye out on Stybix and their shenanigans. They're currently doing pretty well.
Yeah,
someone just running
first.
a meme camp. Oh, so here's a question for you, Blob. This isn't so much, or seemingly the done thing, but maybe I've just missed it happening. So at this point in the game, you're level 6, level 7, you've got your one cost chosen.
Yeah.
In this case, it's not really doing a huge amount for you. Is it more right to get to, say, the level 7 and then just let another chosen turn up in your shop and run that, than keep your one cost around?
Obviously, it really depends. If you're something like 86 HP, winning a lot of your rounds, you can probably keep it and go 8, because the chances of hitting a good chosen on 7 naturally are very low, so you're just going to be making your board just weaker in general. If you're, say, Shazmoon, you're 24 HP, yes, sell your chosen. You need to live. You need to sell your chosen, roll all your money, otherwise you will die. We are seeing, I think we are going to see Gunblade here, because they don't have another rod. And Sustain is good.
Oh, there we go. So, also with a Chalice to back up as well, so it's going to be more than 1,000 damage on these hits. We can see, so the heal comes through there.
776 there. And just gets bullied by this 3-star Yasuo from Farfetched.
What a monster. That's a pretty strong Yasuo as well. The Hand of Justice in there, the Quicksilver.
Yeah, Hand of Justice, QSS, those are pretty good items. This is going to be I think they're going to not be able to get through this Yasuo. They might be able to get through the Jax. Yeah, okay. So 1 unit loss, you take it.
So, I mean, this may be a little unfair to ask you this question, because I don't imagine you spent a huge amount of time thinking about this. But if you're trying to make the most of your Darius here, if you're committed to the Mei,
Yeah.
what kind of steps can you be taking to maximize your efficiency?
I mean, okay. You say I haven't thought about this, but I actually have.
Oh, right, okay. I
like thinking about meme comps, even if I don't play them that much, because if you are playing a meme comp, obviously you want to win your rounds. You don't want to be like losing all the rounds and being like, oh well, that was fun. I just went 8th. So if you're trying to maximize your meme, right, you want to have like a path where you're going to go. You're like, okay, do I want a chosen Darius? What items do I want? Like what composition am I running around this Darius? Because Darius wants fairly low HP targets to actually get the resets off, right? So you probably need some other units that can do a lot of AoE and soften up everything. I'm not entirely sure what those units would be. So you probably want something with a Morello, or maybe like a Set who can do, or a Swain who can do a lot of AoE. So you probably want to focus on AoE units, and also probably a lot of CC so that Darius can get his dunks off safely. Is how I'd assume you'd go for this comp.
So we did get a level up Darius there, so that's going to be a chunk more damage. You can see there that...
Yeah, Darius 2 also helps. Hit your pairs.
You can see that Stybix is checking the Slayer trait there to confirm that, yeah, Darius will get more damage, but not the... Well, I mean, we'll get the lifesteal from auto attacks.
Yeah, he'll get the auto attack damage, you get the lifesteal, but no, nothing else, right?
What I am seeing here, and tell me if I'm reading this wrong. Holy moly, there we go. There's the Darius going off. This is the best that Darius has done so far, but still lost.
He finally got taken down by the Zed because didn't have quite enough time. But yeah, that's a lot of damage, and you can kind of see where the comp like can win, where its outs are.
What do you think about trying to put the Darius a little bit further back? Because it seems like the Darius is currently taking quite a lot of early aggro.
I think putting him back is probably a mistake, but you want more frontliners. Typically, people put their carries in the corner, right? So on the frontline corners is where the most heat is going to be. So currently Darius is on the frontline corner, right? So he's going to take the most heat from any carry that's in the top right on the opponent's side.
True.
So you want to have something to the right of Darius to take that heat for him, and then he can get his spell off safely.
Yes, because right now he's running into the problem of getting hit with Callistas and the like, who are just going to eventually kill him.
Yeah, so for example, you could put the training dummy to the right of Darius, and possibly move your front line to the right one. Or you could put the Olaf to the right of Darius, to try and mitigate some of that.
Okay, we finally got the cell, so it looks like it will be... I guess the question here now is there going to be any money spent? It looks like there will be.
Yeah, okay, they're probably going to roll. I said probably going to roll as they roll.
That's how you know.
I expect they're looking to try and hit a chosen Darius and just go three-star Darius. I think it's the plan, right?
Siphoner, though, that could be a way to boost up. So actually, no,
yeah,
sorry.
So Siphoner could do a lot of work, right?
So
it goes to the GA over the Bramble Vest.
So it does put them on Siphoner 3. But
GA ZZ Raw is a bit of anti-synergy, right? Because, it's... you die slower, essentially, is all it is. So yeah, Diana heals up far longer than the Darius can manage. Oh, they also have a 3-star Teemo on their board.
Ugh.
So 3-star Teemo, 3-star Diana. Very strong board from Shining Hero.
Alright, let's hop around, because I realised we spent quite a lot of time talking about one person over there.
We spent a lot of time talking about Darius because we're just so excited about it.
Oh no, we didn't even get to look at Shazmoon before they got killed, so...
Oh no!
That's too bad.
Shaz.
I guess in our defense, they were having some problems with their stream earlier on. But alright, let's see who's low down on the table who we can check out. So we've got Zucchini, and we've got Trebor. So
Trebor has a weird duelist comp. Usually with duelist, you have the 3-star Yasuo, right? But they don't. They have they have no Yasuos, I don't think. They just have divine duelists. It
looks like... I mean, the way I'm reading it is it seems like they've got something in mind specifically. And Zucchini, down to 1 health against Shining Hero.
I mean, yeah, Shining Hero is pretty strong, right?
Okay, so Duelist Callisto with some pretty good items. It still feels like we're looking at what would presumably be the makings of an Olaf comp.
I mean, that looks like Kale items to me.
Oh yeah, true. Of course,
I know
so
Kale
much...
is very much a force in the meta. If you're actually playing and trying to win with your play, Kale is very strong. But you actually have to hit the Kale for it to be strong, you know?
Yes, of course. So we've got the Runance... we've got the Rapid Fuckhand, no Runance Hurricane, and the Quincy's Rage Blade, as well as a defensive item in the
there's a lot of bows.
So many bows.
5 bows for treble, which is... I think most people would be a bit unhappy about getting 5 bows. You can go another Rage Blade, I guess, and just hope that's you just go full offense. Because another rapid fire is not what you need. You already have infinite range, right?
Yes, I think that's what it's going to be for treble. They're in trouble right now. Actually, we're checking with Zucchini, who is definitely dead if they don't make it through, and hopefully... no, they haven't updated their on-stream commentary. That's a shame.
Okay, they've gone Fabled Brawlers, which is...
Interesting.
Not normal. They don't have a Nico carry, so their carry is actually this Nunu. Are you just going to try and munch it? It does munch the Fiora there.
Munchausen by proxy? There we go.
I'm not entirely sure who's Ghost playing against, but...
They do have a...
Oh, it's the Yasuo player. It's Farfetch'd.
Yeah, so Farfetch does have a Yone now to push the strength of their Yasuo, who's currently...
Yeah, Yasuo just cannot die. He just has way too much healing. And the Yone is going to struggle to die as well, so that is a... wait, who is this? This was Zucchini?
Yes.
Dying. Unfortunately.
Alright, well, we'll check back in with Treble, who's currently now in the last of the remaining players, currently at 12 life, so...
There's a Kale.
There's a Kale.
There's a Lee Sin as well.
Oh boy, surely you've got to take that. It's a big transition time, but this is what you've been waiting for, presumably.
Yeah, I think so. They sell the Wukong. Okay. Okay. They actually noticed the Kale a bit late there, and now have to lock their shop. Yeah, they have good Kale items, right? This Kale will pop off if she gets the chance. But whether she gets the chance or not is a completely different question.
I mean, there's a lot to do in between rounds. Certainly earlier on, you've only got a couple of decisions to make. Later on, you've got a lot of big choices to make. I mean, for Treble, so...
Well, yeah, the execute from the Callista doing a lot of work there. Being able to take out both the Yone and the Yasuo, so no matter how much healing you do, you just get one shot, so it doesn't matter.
I can understand Treble being a bit caught here. I mean, they've locked their shop, so they're going to be running the Kale. But the Callista did do pretty well in the last one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just played Kale over Callista, right? There's no way Kale is not the choice here. So, I know you don't have any money to roll for another Chosen. But Kale is just the cornerstone, right?
I wonder if Treble's going to try and hold out for Kale too before putting them in.
I mean, you get one loss at the most. So I think it's going to be difficult.
Hold Hands is running, it looks to be an Elderwood composition built around Vega for the time being.
Yeah, they have an Asol on the bench. I think they're going to wait until Asol 2 before they're swapping out. Or they're waiting for another Vega. And they're not going to die right now, is Treble, because Callista is doing just enough work.
Yeah, it's going to be narrow, but... so this is a good opportunity as any to bring up this discussion point. Vega, Aurelian Soul.
Yep.
Is there a space for running Vega as a primary carry? Actually, hold the phone on that point, because we've just seen a Duelist Spatula picked up a Treble there to go with the
that's 6 Duelist, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's actually kind of worthless. Technically, you can take out the Callista and now still have 4 Duelist. But it's not that good, because Callista already has double Rage Blade. You don't need more attack speed on her.
Yes, this is something which has come up before, the whole idea that if you're going to be running... if you're a Duelist, you're likely going to hit attack speed cap anyway.
Oh yeah, a Duelist with double Rage Blade is hitting attack speed cap. I mean, you hit the attack speed cap faster, so maybe that's good. Okay, they're just putting the Kaelin just over the Vladimir.
Okay, so they're gonna keep everything. It looks like. So we've got 6 duelists, 5 divine. Is there a space to fit in another divine somewhere? Only if you took out the duelist.
It'll be over the Shen, right? But they don't actually have another divine on the bench to fit in, and they're gonna die to this Zed, I think.
The training dummy is doing work to make this a possibility they survive. No, actually, the Zed goes to the other side, and I think more. No, okay, you're right.
Yeah, Zed is just a really good matchup into any kind of backline threat comp for it.
So if you so for treble there, were you? I got the impression you were sort of advocating more for moving the items across and sort of making the sacrifice of the Callista to enable the Kael.
I mean, I think that either way you die very quickly to that Zed.
Yes.
It doesn't make any difference. But yeah, I think that if you have your Kael items, you kind of want to be playing Kael with the items. But I'm not sure because like your Callista was a chosen. You didn't have that much money to get another chosen, so it makes sense that you just okay. I'm not winning this lobby. I just want to try and get a 5th or something.
So we're checking back in with Styvex, who of course is the winner of the Mei competition.
Oh, Darius 3, it's time.
Zucchini never lucky. Oh, that's too bad. We still love you the most.
Okay, they do have some good AoE in the form of both the Olaf and the Morgana now, so Darius should be able to get some good resets off. At least that's the hope, right?
So there's the AoE you were talking about earlier on ticking through the team, but it's not doing a ton of damage, just a little bit.
Yeah, the Eldwood resistances are really coming in for whoever this ghost is.
Oh yeah, so this is the Veigar comp we saw before. The Annie doesn't even take any
the Annie
damage.
is just unkillable. The 6 Eldwood Annie. Oh, it actually might be 9 Eldwood. If that's 9 Eldwood, then yeah. But Shining Hero also went out in 4th.
Yeah, wow, that was a pretty heavy round. So that means we're down to our top 3. So that's going to be Antimi, who we saw.
Antimi, who has the Slayer Z, has been sat on that the entire game.
Yes, said 3-star. Oh, it is Elderwood 9.
It is 9 Elderwood for Hold Hands.
Okay, that's pretty gnarly. So on paper, if we're going between just, for the time being, just the Elderwood and the Slayers, who is favoured in that matchup?
Honestly, I feel that 9 Elderwood actually has a good matchup because like you see the positioning right where they're all so clumped up. Zed cannot get onto this Aurelian Soul in time for him to actually be doing enough damage. I think is the idea, right? He does have the correct item though in this Last Whisper, so getting through the Eldwood resistances is possible. You're not going to be stuck on them like we saw Darius be.
Yes, so it's almost, I don't have to wonder if it's more of a meta call there for Antimi.
It clearly is, right?
I mean, I don't even know anymore. Alright, so up against the duelist Yasuo composition. So, yeah, I mean, this feels like this is going to be pretty Zed favoured on paper, because, the Yasuo is losing all of their attack damage to the Zed.
Yeah, Zed is definitely the favoured in this matchup. And, as you can see, it wasn't even close, right?
So the duelists also going up against the Veigar comp at the same time, but it does look like maybe, with the exception of the Yone, the duelists have kind of hit a bit of a cliff here when it comes to...
Yeah, I mean, there's just too many resistances for the duelists to get through, right? And nothing really to be done. This is just a third for Farfetch, and you go, well, my 2 opponents just beat me outright, so there's nothing I can do.
So let's see how this is impacting the current rankings. So these aren't fully updated. So coming out of this one...
well, Antimi was first place last game, so, I think that they're trying to go for 3 wins in a row.
They're trying to do a U, if I may.
Exactly. Oh, so Zed actually did get into the backline there.
So they will get beaten up by...
They are getting CC'd down and now stunned by the Sejuani.
Okay. Interesting, so the Veigar...
Not enough.
The Veigar did stay in and then eventually got murdered by the Zed, so if you have that particular situation come up, is there anything you can do to stop the Zev from being able to break in there?
Yeah, you clump more. You can. Yeah, I don't know if you saw with Hold Hands' positioning, they were all either the back row or the second back row. You kind of want to clump even more to the I mean, for them it'll be the left side, but for our perspective against with anti-me, it's the right side. You just want to clump on this side, and so that the Zed can't jump in and assassinate your Zyre, I think it was, and then immediately afterwards start hitting the Aesol. Because if Aesol can get 2-3 casts off, you will win, right?
Okay, so up
Okay,
against...
moves the Aesol to the right, or to the left even. Not the Aesol, moves the Zed to the right.
Oh, damn.
Trying to not get CC'd by the Sejuani this time.
So this is even with the Randuin's Ornn item giving the extra resistances, sort of like a keeper shield. It's still the Zed is tearing into that formation like it's nothing.
Yeah, this is what the Last was supposed to be doing, right? And it's doing it very well.
I guess, yeah, you don't need the critical strike chance if you're going to be attacking that often.
Yeah, for sure. Typically, you go for like QSS instead of the Last Whisper. But if you can position well enough that you don't get CC'd, it doesn't matter, right?
Stybix
so they're going to level up to 9 and just try and find something good, right?
Stybix mourning the Darius not working. I give you all the credit in the world, Stybix, for giving it a try. I think you gave it the best try you could have given. So, yeah. Good job.
Oh, that's a Samira too.
Oh, damn. Okay. That's
okay, I feel that's good enough to win the game. Just hit Samira too, you know?
Yeah, and I mean, that's with Slayer and Sharpshooter both available. She hasn't exactly got damage items, but it's better than nothing, by sure. Alright, so this could be our last round if Hold Hands loses out here.
The Pike did a lot of work there. Yeah, I think this is just it.
Wow.
Zed crushing the Aesol there.
Nice.
2 wins in a row.
Very, very good. Okay, so we'll be updating you guys as to how the next lobby played out. We have got a little bit more time before the next round begins. But let's see, so it was 20, yeah, so it's going to be about 12 minutes time. So we get a chance to address the most important point in the room, which is, how does Stybix win the next lobby with Darius?
Did they get demoted to lobby 2? Is the question.
Let's see, I haven't got the results for lobby 2 as of yet, but Stybix...
because if they did, then that's how. Then they don't have to play against anti-me.
I mean, they're currently on 11 points overall, so it's possible they will. They're kind of on the bubble as far as getting the motor goes. There you go. A lot of bonking going on. All right, we'll tell you what, guys. We will head to a break. So let's just change the countdown to be. Let's see. So 11 at 10. And then we'll be able to... Oh, hello. Get everything ready and get our lobby set up. So last round is coming up in just a few short minutes' time. And then we will crown ourselves our champion in absentia of Improbable Blob. At least playing in the actual competition. So we'll catch you guys in a roughly 10 minutes' time for our final round of the day. Howdy, howdy, everybody. We are just about to get back into things for our final round of competition here today. So, where have we been left as a result of everything? Currently, Anti-Me is doing a blob here, Blob, with...
Yeah, good job, Anti-Me. We never expected that the Grandmaster player would win, right?
No, we never expected that. Just behind them is Far-Fetched EUW and Hold Hands with 17 and 16 points respectively. And then there's a fairly large drop-off to Hey Finno, Shining Hero, Benergy, Slybix, Way Too Slick. Basically everyone with roughly the same amount of points from that point, from the fourth downwards. So pretty much anyone could break into top 4. And I think for a TFT tournament, getting top 4 is considered a win.
Indeed. Unless, of course, you consider winning a win. Well, that's a different matter, isn't it?
Blob's profile picture creeps you out, Hansani. Ah, that's a shame. I really like it. We're starting a feud here. Start a feud. Oh yeah.
I feel betrayed. But anyway, you don't have to look at it anymore because we're into the actual game, and I should delete these things.
Yes. So our final lobby of today. So who have we got as our POV players? We've got 5. We've got Farfetch, Finno, Stybix, Way Too Slick, and Anti-Me. So let's check in with your, I would like to say your nemesis, Way Too Slick. Not having the best results so far in the competition. They came, let's see, 5th and 3rd. Quite a big drop off from before.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes that happens to you, right? So sometimes you just don't manage to get through it.
I suppose that's the whole thing with with TFT competitions. In an ideal world, if you're looking for the most competitive things, then presumably you're looking for as many games as possible to try and neutralize the impact of just randomness on the game.
Yeah. And yeah, but like on a 3-game variant, anyone could win, right? Although typically the people who are actually good do win out.
Wow, that was some subtle shade thrown in there.
I mean, but like I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying that Anti-Me is just the best player out of them, and that's all it is.
I guess there's a certain point at which the individual player's skill level is enough to be able to overcome that variance. It's maybe a better way of, or more generous way of putting it, at least.
Yeah.
Or it sounded a bit more breakfast. Yum. So Slick last time round.
Updated, I'll be honest.
Just check everything's working as it should be.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Excuse me, the technology, it's very complicated behind the scenes, but occasionally
It really
works.
is. Okay, so Way Too Slick has an Akali early on. And a Diana. Akali carry is one of those things that kind of pops in and out of the meta, right? Like, of the assassin comps, I think it's probably the worst. Because there's what? You have Akali, you have Talon, you have Zed, and you have Diana. I think Akali is technically the worst of them, but still pretty good, and in the right circumstances can and will just murder people.
So why is it that you're sort of disfavoring Akali specifically?
Because she doesn't win as much. I know that's a bit like self-fulfilling, right? But she can burst very easily. She just... Yeah, I mean, I think... Okay, so she's obviously a worse unit than Talon, right? Because she's a 3-cost, Talon's a 4-cost.
Sure.
With Zed and Diana, you get them to 3-star pretty easily. I mean, Zed's slightly harder than Diana, but like Akali, like the 3-costs are quite hard to 3-star. It's much more doable than a 4-cost, but 3-starring a 3-cost takes a long time, and it's something that you only really see once you get into stage 5 and stage 6. Whereas 3-star Zed, 3-star Diana, you can see that in stage 3 if you high roll.
Okay, so it's all middle child syndrome. So we have got we've got a Slayer Zed up for grabs here.
So Slayer Zed that is just being ignored. Way Too Slick has no love for Zed. Also has no bows, so it kind of makes sense that they have no love for Zed. Because you really need at least 3 bows to be playing Zed effectively.
There are if you take account of the Kennen and the Kali, there are two other ninjas there. So
Yeah, but 3 ninjas is as good as one, right?
yes, in that you can't play the other ones.
Okay, that's the second Akali though, so it's looking decent.
So item
These
wise,
items kind of suck, right? I mean, you can make an argument for slamming Sunfire if you just wanted to be strong, play strong board, and all that. But also, you kind of want to keep your items flexible, and if you don't want Sunfire in your final comp, if you're say if you're angling towards a Talon comp, Sunfire is just not that good. You'd much rather Morello as your anti-heal item. And you'd also rather have the chain vest for a GA on your Talon.
oh hey Mugen, welcome
So
to
you're just greeding items, I think, is what's going on here.
welcome to the
Which I've
stream.
seen a lot of.
We're in our final round of play here in Casual Competition number 5 of TFT. We're just following way too slick right now. Though, let's see. So Stybix, let's check in with them since it seems a good chance as any to switch across to their point of view and see what they're up to. Shenanigans, no doubt.
It looks like Warlord Keepers at the moment. They just have a chosen Jarvan.
Okay. I like it. What's your stance on keepers right now, Blob?
I actually quite like Keepers. I think they're decent. You can play 4 Keeper with a strong carry, and they'll do pretty well. I think as a late game comp, they suck. But as an early game comp, similar to Cultists, they can do quite well.
I mean, you do have you've got the option there of the Zaya as part of the keeper blob, but
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I think if you're going Zaya, then either going Adept frontline or just full Eldwood is just a better choice. And Keepers just have that. Yeah, they've just fallen off by that point, I feel.
yeah, I mean, you've got the set amount of shields, which certainly seems to be by design that they've only got a limited lifespan in this world. I think at one point Keeper 6 was very, very good.
Yeah, at one point Keeper 6 was very good. Okay, they are going in. That is a Warlord spat already. They do not care, Stybex. Yeah. I don't know if they actually won the 50, no, not the 50-50, the 1 and 3 to get second pick there. But they did get the spat anyway, so who really cares about that?
So they don't have a Warlord chosen right now, so...
Yeah, they have a Keeper chosen. So the question is, do they want to keep this Jarvan? Because it's very strong, right? Having this 2-star Jarvan with the Keeper buff, and it's nice and all. But if you're going Warlords, you really want that 9 Warlord, where you get the Warlord chosen, and you just get all the stats on like a Samira.
I mean, this is a conundrum we won't have in the next set because it seems like Riot as a whole are down on the whole idea of keeping chosen around. Though it seems to have been a relatively successful mechanic, all told.
I mean, I don't know. I feel people are very conflicted on how much they like chosen mechanic. Some people love it. Some people think it's terrible. And that's the same with any mechanic in the game, right?
So I mean, it does end up in this sort of awkward situation here for Cyrix, because if they sell their Jarvan, they're not guaranteed to ever see a Warlord chosen.
Exactly. So keeping it is very reasonable.
Certainly at this point. I suppose, the kind of things you'd be looking for later on would be the Katarina or maybe even the Tryndamere.
Yeah, if you get the Katarina chosen, then you're set, aren't you? Or even like... I've seen some people try and go Tryndamere carry in the Warlords. And you go Tryndamere, Samira as your dual carries. But that's a bit rarer, right? And also harder to itemize.
I mean, at least Warlords do now have the ability to fit those AD items into their composition without having Xin Zhao there as the kind of filler unit that doesn't really do anything. But alright, so we know what Stywix is doing for the time being. They're presumably going to get up and get 6 Warlord before too much longer. So let's check in on Finno. So what are they doing?
Playing some Divine.
This is what they were playing in the last game off stream, wasn't
it? Yeah, that's what they won. That's what they won the previous the lobby 2 with, and they're playing again.
So what are the concerns here if you're going to be sort of Divine Siphony kind of in that area?
What are the concerns that you... I mean, it's kind of the same concerns you have with any comp, right? Where you just run out of HP and you don't know what you're doing. Because Finno's on 74 HP at the moment, which isn't particularly good. I think they took some very heavy losses. And they have Divine Spat, right? So they're clearly committed to playing Divine.
Yes, that's the second
And
player.
okay, I think they're committed to reroll. They're rerolling it. They're reroll Nasus.
Oh
That's the
boy.
plan.
I mean, this
Also
is
rerolling Monkey.
this is familiar territory for Finno. They're known.
We're going in. It appears.
They're known as a reroll player or a hyper roll player specifically. So
Hyper Roll fell out of the meta, didn't it? Because people decided that it was actually better to slow roll and just keep your money. I think there were some changes to the odds that made it slightly better or something.
I can't remember but yeah, I think you're right. Certainly, it's gone between. I presume that the whole idea of the hyper roll is just to get that power spike a lot earlier, where your early units are going to be the best.
And for example, if you're like Finno and you didn't hit, then you're in a really bad spot because, well, you just wasted all your money and you haven't hit. Like you're 2 away from both the Nasus and the Wukong. You don't even have your Jax 2 at the moment, so it's a very awkward situation to be in.
So it is up a level now, so it does have the possibility of putting in 6 Divines. So that's at least a fairly substantial power boost.
Yeah, 6 Divine is very strong.
Right now, though, the Divine Spatula isn't on a carry, just on the Nasus. Sorry, not on the Nasus, Nautilus, who will at least be able to stick around for a while.
Yeah.
So you can see that Finno, yes, not feeling the best about having run out of money entirely. We'll check in on them this round, and then we'll probably switch across to Anti-Me and see what they're doing. So they've got a Spirit setup right now, which is in line for a nerf soon, but it's very, very strong.
Spirit's very strong, right?
Yeah, 4 Spirit right now, and with Sharpshooters as well. Not quite enough damage, though, to get through the Divine.
Yeah, and yeah, the Divine Warlords are not Divine Vanguards can really tank a lot of damage. It's kind of impressive.
You see effectively the replay here. Oh, actually, I forgot. I have actually got a replay function built in, so we'll use it for the end of the game, just unnecessarily. But yeah, there you go. You can experience the joy of seeing the ending twice. So let's check in on the lobby overall. Hold Hand 7th, 8th is currently in 8th with Farfetch just above them. Finno and Benergy tied on 74, Way Too Slick and Slavix just above them. Shining Hero and Anti-Me both with a fairly substantial lead, though Shining's the one with the actual win streak.
Yeah, I mean, this is how we've seen the lobbies play out, right? Where Anti-Me just win streaks and then doesn't die and then wins the end. Because they're just able to keep their HP up. They're slamming these items like the Chalice and the Zeeks and the Runans, and they're just working with what they get.
Okay, so going up now against Shining, so it's a battle of the top of the table. Both of them making use of Sharpshooters, but we do spot out there a sneaky Shyvana, who's, I presume, going to be able to pump out a ton of damage to finish off this round.
Yeah, Shyvana is, as we saw, very strong, right?
Yeah, it's also a Dragon Soul Shyvana as well with that Renance Hurricane, so it's pretty much got everything they need to be a terror and keep Shining Hero's win streak going.
Yeah, I mean, if Shining Hero can get a rod as well, then they're in a very good spot, right?
So let's go to the next carousel. So Hold Hands and Farfetch will... Oh, actually, no, potentially Way Too Slick. So Hold Hands and Farfetch will get those first grabs. So it's the Tryndamere and the Talon getting picked up. Those 4 costs, of course. Pretty nice. And the bow. Farfetch going for... Let's see, we don't actually have Farfetch point of view, do we? No, we do.
Yeah, we don't, do we?
No, we do.
We do. Oh, yeah, they're the Warlord Brawler. Wait, were they the... Oh, no, Farfetched was not the chosen... no,
they
chosen
are...
Jarvan.
Yes, they are just,
they're just another Warlord player.
Oh my gosh. So there we go. We got some new intel on our players here. The items don't seem to be...
They're clearly going for Tryndamere, right?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes,
This is a Tryndamere carry.
All right, so...
There's 6 Warlord in as well, so they're in a good spot.
So talk to me about Tryndamere carry. How different is this from a Katarina carry for a Warlord competition.
Well, it's very different from Katarina carry because he's all AD, right?
Sure.
So you have BC instead of Gunblade. I mean, you still play IE because IE is like one of the best items in the game. But he's a melee carry, and melee carries are kind of annoying to make work because you kind of need. It often feels like you need QSS for things like this Rakan, for example, because he can just disarm you and then you're sad. Luckily, he can do enough damage. The Garen actually did the most damage on that round because of his spin. So you know. Anyway, well, once you get him to 2-star and he can spin around and smack people, he can do pretty well.
Yeah, currently in the middle. So we'll be looking out for this next creep drop round to see if that Quicksilver does get completed. We've got the 2 belts and the tier on the bench, not being used so far. As well
Yeah,
as
they're not very good items, are they?
No, it doesn't. I mean, I presume Farfetch, having not used it at this point, is holding out for something else. What kind of stuff could they even get at this point with those items?
You can go for Sunfire, right? You can go for Hodge, you can go for ZZ Rot, Zeeks. That's about it, really.
So, Finno?
So there's a few items that you want. I mean, Warmog's kind of not that good on Warlords because you already get HP, so it's kind of a wasted stat. It's not that it's wasted, it's just that stacking a single stat is inefficient.
Yes, and if someone could deal with a ton of HP, they can certainly deal with it again. Finno. Let's check back in with what they're doing, because they did just...
Finno is still rerolling and still not hitting, I think is the moral of the story.
Let's have a look at their board. So,
okay, but they've managed to recover their economy, at least.
Yes, up to 50. And they've got Morgana now as the carry, so Hand of Justice and presumably whatever's going to combine with the...
It's going to be a Morello's, preferably from that rod, right? Because Morello's is just Morgana's best item.
Yes, ever since they took her down from having a ludicrously high damage number, which made her favourable to use the dual gauntlets on before.
And you can still go dual gauntlet on her, but I think Morello is just the better item.
Okay. So we're left in a little bit of an awkward situation here. So we've still got a few more components going to be drifting in for Finno. So they've got they're still at level 5 going into stage 4. Oh boy. There's the Bonky.
Oh, well, they've hit the Wukong 3.
But not an item.
They just need one more Nasus, and they're fine.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, okay, this is a good board then. You have your 3 stars. I can see the argument for slamming Jeweled Gauntlet on Nasus, by the way. I know that Jeweled Gauntlet Jeweled Gauntlet Titans is like one of the best things you can go for on Nasus. Okay, but goes to the Locket instead, which also makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so the 3-star will let them get the maximum out of it.
It's a lot of HP from that one unit. Also, Hot Hands has got a Samir already.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy. That doesn't do anything, but they got a Samir already.
Yeah, I mean, that's worthy of note. There we go, Finno doing the happy dance there. So I think we can safely assure that Finno is off to the race. So we'll keep checking back in with them, but I think they're going to be on a win streak.
Yeah. There's nothing interesting going to be happening from them for a while because they've already hit.
So let's check in with, let's see, Way Too Slick and Hold Hands. So these are our 2 players currently at the bottom, and you can see there's a lot of decisions still left to be made for Slick here.
I mean, they do have Diana 3, which is something to note, right? It's not a chosen, so they're kind of hard forcing it. I know they like their hard force type playstyle, as we saw last week, but yeah, so they've hard forced it, and now they're kind of struggling with these items because they've already got a Sunfire, so they can't slam another Sunfire. They have a ton of Chain Vests, and yeah, these items in general just kind of suck, don't they?
I mean, I guess
you kind of want 2 bows because you want to go Titans Hurricane on your Diana.
I mean, I guess that's still possible. I mean, given the place that Slick is in the lobby right now, they're going to get... Oh, hello.
Oh, okay, well, we don't get to see that anymore.
Well, I guess we'll just have to figure it out for ourselves. But yeah, Slick at least is going to get first crack at the carousel coming up.
Yeah, so they can guarantee the pick there, right? We do see Stybex with double Nikos on the bench.
Ooh.
Are we going to see a 3-star 4 cost?
I presume that's what's on the cards.
Or are we going to just like double Nikos a... Wait, was this a fortune payout? I feel this must have been a fortune payout because there's another spat as well, and there's a lot of items here. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 6 full items already. Yeah, this is a fortune payout.
So Stybix presumably is going to be able to go for double Warlord spat if they want to.
Well, they already have it, right? They have a Warlord spat on Pike and on Rakan.
Oh, they do? Okay. No, you're right. Oh my gosh. So Warlord 9 seems like it's almost certainly going to be in their future.
Yeah, Warlord 9 is the goal, right? Oh, the stun from the Pike on the Samira there, really helping out.
Yeah, we've got the Xayah... sorry, not the Xayah, the Rakan itemized with Giant Slayer, which is an interesting choice.
Not optimal items right there. Because Rakan's spell doesn't do any damage, right?
Yes. I think it's very easy to miss, though. I suppose maybe the idea there is just that the auto attacks will eventually get through because of Rakan's
I think
shields.
it's just an item holder. Like, your item holding for, like, Samira, I think is what's going on there.
So for Stybix, they're probably looking at, presumably for the belt here to get another Warlord Spatcher if they can justify doing it. I mean, it certainly means you can build a comp very late. No. Kind of maybe think.
I don't know if did they have a spare spatula on their bench? Oh, they do. I didn't even see that. Okay, yeah, they just go for a third Warlord spat.
Okay, so that means that so if we got up to Warlord 9, then presumably we're moving a lot of the weaker Warlords out of the composition entirely.
Yeah. However, the issue with this, right, is Stybix is level 6. If you don't have Warlord chosen, you can't go 9 Warlord until level 9.
That's true.
So it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a real struggle. But yeah, for example, you can get rid of this Nidalee if you wanted to. But as you can see, there's 7 Warlord, but they can't put another Warlord in because it's there's no space.
Oh boy.
So I'm half expecting them to be level 8 and just sell the Jarvan and just roll it all down and hope that they can hit a Warlord chosen Tryndamere or Katarina. Or they just hit a fall on Carousel. Not Carousel, the next group round.
Alright, so up against Shani.
No, they're going for the Warlord spat. 3 Warlord spats, it's time.
So Shani
Hero has the Olaf carry.
Yeah, it's not standing up against
they're just going generic Dragon Souls.
So okay, no, I was going to say Olaf has got the Dragon Soul is going to deal pretty well with the massed HP, but ultimately Pike gets the job done, and that's a pretty big swing up win there for Stybix after making the big commit, triple Warlord spat.
Yeah, I mean triple Warlord spat feels a bit janky. You probably would rather have Warlord spat and 2 Fons. No, not 2 Fons, just a Fon. Because it allows you slightly more flexibility. Whereas now you're kind of just set with a Warlord spat.
Yes.
Is really, really good.
And it's
you can magnetic remove on this. Okay, yeah, this is what they're going to do. Magnetic removal. Put it in over the Katarina.
Alright. Nicely done. So
magnetic removal is one of those items that's really hard to use well, I find.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be slamming items you don't want on a unit, right?
Oh.
But yeah, in that case, it worked perfectly. Gets all these items on set.
I guess the concern here I have for Stybix is to get the full value out of the Warlords, they're going to have to not only bring in their end game Warlords and get the Warlord spats on them, but also then win a bunch of rounds on top of that.
Yes. But I mean, if you have 9 Warlords in, you're probably strong enough anyway, right? And the really good thing about the set, specifically in this matchup, is the Elderwood resistances don't mean anything because you have true damage. If you can get your true damage off. I spoke too soon. Because the set just died mid-air because of the overtime.
So we have got some updates on the results then. So Hold Hand 7th and 8th has sadly lived their gimmick once more.
Oh, no. They were the person contesting first as well, right?
Yeah, they were doing very well. They had
along with Farfetch, I think was the other one.
Yeah, that's a big loss for them. Away too slick. I suppose to be fair, this is a new half set, so we wouldn't necessarily be expecting everyone to be performing exactly the same way on everyone. But for Way Too Slick, knocked out in 7th means they won't be contesting any of the top spots this time round.
I mean, well, I think everyone's going to have difficulty contesting anti-me, right?
Yes.
They are 78 HP, they're win streaking. The only person I think who has a chance is going to be Finno.
Ooh.
Okay, well, Dybex clearly doesn't want to set in, prefers. That's a Swain. They're all going with S. I thought we were going to pivot away from this board for a second.
Yes, I did realise the conversation was still going on that one. But there we go. There's the 2-star. So
yeah, but prefers 2-star Swain over 2-star set, and well, they've used their Nikos now, so they're just kind of going to sit and hope.
all right. So so it's just a Swain carry composition at this point as a warlord rather than even having any siphoner at all, and it works pretty well. Takes down anti-me. Wow, that was a solid win.
It really was. I mean, 2-star Swain warlord's pretty good. We'll check back. I'm assuming they're going to survive for it, so we're going to check back in with them later. Who do you want to look at?
Let's see. Who have we not looked at for a while? Let's check in with Slick themselves.
They're dead, right?
Oh wait, yeah, they're dead. Ahem. How embarrassing. Let's see. Is Styric still in the game?
We were just on them.
We were just on them. Oh my gosh, not having the best of times here. So let's go with
Oh,
Finno.
we're actually Finno, are we?
So you've crowned them already. I mean, they're on a win streak right now. They're at the top of the lobby. Adds the anti-me killer. We now know that there's potentially 2 of those players in this final lobby.
I mean, yeah. I saw anti-me was only level 7 still, so they haven't gone to 8, which is quite surprising because yeah, they're still level 7. I think they're trying to get Timo 3. They've got some kind of reroll sharpshooter something going on. But I don't think they have the damage to really get through these divines. And no, yeah, see, the divine damage reduction really coming in clutch there.
Something which I saw Finno doing at just the end there, which I'm going to assume was intentional rather than just a misclick, was the bringing the Morgana back out of the front line.
Yeah. Sometimes Morgana can do well in the front line if she has enough items to tank. I think it really depends on the matchup you're scouting around for, right? I don't know how much scouting Finno is doing. He's just kind of being all giddy. Okay, he is scouting.
Giddy is the right term for it. Yeah, certainly feeling themselves right now. Farfetch down on 16 with Way Too Slick and Hold Hands already out. Stybix very low as well. Benergy holding the middle of the table. Antony has taken some pretty serious losses.
Yeah, they were at like 80 HP a couple rounds ago. So yeah, these are some big losses. Okay, Stybix versus Finno. This is the big matchup, right? These are the 2 people who are probably the strongest in the lobbies.
So Yona is the one which I'm looking at here.
Let's see how it goes.
I don't think it's enough to take out the Swain.
No. Yeah, I don't think there's enough to take out the Swain.
Oh,
not even close to take out the Swain. Okay, so Stybix is very, very strong right now. However, Finno, I think, is angling for a level 9. Right?
Yeah, we've still got 50 gold.
That's what they're going for, right? Level 8, 50 gold. Yeah, you're going for level 9, aren't you? They're probably going to try and get in 4 Siphoner with Swain and... Well, the other one would be Vladimir, right? So it's going to be kind of tricky to do that.
Okay, so we've
Okay, does Finno go for another Titan's Resolve? No, he doesn't. He doesn't get a choice. Does he go for another Locket?
No.
Okay, no, Bramble Vest. Okay.
That's interesting. Why do you think
if you're just trying to make your Nasus defensive, it makes a lot of sense. You notice the Finno hasn't actually slammed all his items yet. I kind of half expect he's just reading Zephyr. Is what I'd like to call it. Where you just have a Zephyr and you want to win these final fights where you just Zephyr cheese someone. And so if you just keep your Zephyr on the bench, you can be like, well, I'm not going to die anytime soon. And a Zephyr in the late game will win a fight. Okay, maybe he's going to slam Zephyr on Ornn. Because Ornn is one of those units that you will take out, right?
Yes.
So the Zephyr can be reused.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're definitely seeing a lot of that in the late game. Is this time round, it's going to take
It's going to be on the Samira. So that's a pretty good Zephyr, right? You put it in the corner. Like Ornn isn't a really corner unit, so I think he was aiming for somebody's Teemo. But whether or not this actually matters, because that Olaf did a lot of damage, right?
Oh boy, yeah. So another Giant Slayer coming through as a very popular late game item. I mean, we're seeing a lot of characters who are going to have the health point pools high enough to be able to allow for that Giant Slayer to really rip them up.
Oh yeah, especially when you have 3-star units, right? That's kind of what happens. So yeah, the lobby's actually getting pretty close. There's a lot of people who are pretty strong. Like everyone who's still alive, I know Farfetch died. But the 5 people who are still alive, I think Benergy is probably the weakest of them, but they just hit Rakan 3. They're all pretty respectable positions, right? 6 Elderwood with Rakan 3 and that Shyvana. You'd be pretty scared of it. So Finna, I think, is going for... I don't know what's in the second to the left there, but it doesn't hit anything. It's just going to hit the Lulu.
Okay, up against Benergy now, so this could be an elimination in this round if it doesn't go well. And I think that's the... Yeah, so the Shyvana... Elderwood Shyvana, you mentioned before.
Yeah, but it's getting stunned and disarmed by... and then attack speed slowed by Nasus. So it's going to be quite tricky to actually do it. I think Benergy just dies here.
It's looking like it. Yeah, just on 11 life. It's going to take a pretty heavy hit. So it's 2 from each unit as well as the stage damage. Means Benergy a decent finish in 5th.
And Stybeck's down at 7. I think they got crushed by that Olaf we saw from Shining Hero.
I can believe it. I mean, we're certainly moving into an endgame where we've got these Omega carries coming through who... I mean, this is what people have been talking about, that the set is kind of, a lot of time, seemingly devolving into, who's got the most absurd carry by the end.
When has TFT not been who has the most absurd carry? Let's be real.
I suppose that's fair.
Right, yeah, people just like complaining, Although that Olaf is definitely the most absurd of these carries that we're seeing right now. If Finno can go 9 and find like Swain 2, it's not a bad spot. There's Ornn is going to give an item on the next round.
Ooh,
okay, there's
nice.
a Swain.
Yes, the level 9 is in, so seeing it...
Okay, it skips the same. Swain doesn't care about going full Siphoner. Just wants that... What is that unit? That's a Shen.
Yes.
Just wants Shen in. Can get another Ornn if they want by selling probably the Sejuani's.
Okay, so...
I mean, if you can hit Ornn 2 right now, you would have had an item already. Okay, we're going to see if they can do well against the Swain. They got crushed last time, so... But they do have a Lee Sin this time, so kicking it out of the map is very much a possibility, right?
I don't think they're going to get...
that?
Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't think
I think what happened there was Lee Sin kicked and Jarvan cast his spell at the same time. So Jarvan got kicked off the board and then ulted back in.
Oh, dear.
But it's not enough. Lee Sin just not strong enough. Also not positioned in a way that they were kicking the Swain.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Stybex lives another day.
This is the point in the game where we've got those real concerns coming through us. We have got the Ornn item dropping, so what's it going to be? It's going to be a Trinity
Trifle,
Force.
that's a good item, right? Oh, yeah, see, Infinity Force, sorry.
Yes, if we're going to get the names right. But, no, to be fair, TFT has got a rather unfortunate habit of just renaming things unnecessarily.
Well, I think it's specifically the Ornn item, right? I think the Ornn item in actual League is Infinity Force as well.
Yes, I also have a grudge against anyone who's learnt those names. Mainly because I haven't.
Okay, we're seeing Shining Hero, who's actually gone for a chosen set, along with Olaf carry.
Okay. Let's see.
And yeah, this is just too much, I think.
Yeah, Olaf, I mean, gets through it pretty much untouched. Even with the Trinity Force, the Lee Sin's not good enough.
The Lee Sin can't do anything to Olaf, right? Because he's CC immune. So Finno down to 5 HP. Stybex does die in the other match to Anti-B, who is on a win streak again. So will they complete the 3 wins in a row? That is the most important question. So Finno going to have to try and... Okay, they can hit Ornn 2, which I guess is something.
Do they? I mean, I suppose that's the thing is presumably you've got to try and invest as best as you can in getting through the next 2 rounds anyway.
Yeah, he's not scouting to see what he can Zephyr, so he's kind of just blind Zephyring that spot, which is unfortunate because it Zephyrs a Zir soldier, whereas it could have Zephyred a... it was a 50-50 between the Sejuani. Okay, fair enough.
At least Sin's going to get a solid
Sejuani
hit.
does go down, which is useful, right?
So I'm noticing from Finno's composition, they've got the ability to hit across lines extremely well with the Lee Sin and with the Yone as well. That if they can get around the sides of the formation, then they just instantly give everything.
Yeah, they do beat Anti-Me. So Anti-Me's actually in a pretty good spot here, because if Anti-Me beats Shining Hero and Finno beats Anti-Me, then Anti-Me kind of wins this one because they just have the HP to outlast Finno. Because Finno loses to Shining Hero, right? in that little rock paper scissors match.
Yes, I mean, we've seen it repeatedly already, and it doesn't seem like... I mean, I presume that Finno at some point is going to start positioning the Lee Sin specifically to try and deal with the Swain, because...
I mean, it's just that the Swain's so hard to beat. The only thing that can beat it is the Lee Sin kicking it out, right? But whatever your positioning is, there's always a 50-50 that Lee Sin will target the wrong unit. Because if there are 2 units in front of you, it's a 50-50, and it's kind of like, So you kind of need Lee Sin and then also another the Ord next to him.
Oh, to
Zephyrine the unit that would be the 50-50 is like the only real way to do it. Wait,
I like that,
is the Swain gone? Wait, no, the Swain was Stybex. Shining Hero is the Olaf.
Oh, of course. Okay, so yes, it's Olaf right in the middle right now in ghost form. Samira at the back, so we'll keep our eyes...
so Olaf doesn't get Zephyred, so there's no real way to beat this Olaf.
Yeah, he just survived through the middle. We've got the Yone tearing out the back line, but I don't think... Yeah, Yone just doesn't seem like he can remotely compete with the... It's a very strange thing to be able to say that the fully itemized 4-star Olaf beats the heck out of a Yone.
I don't know if it's that he beats the heck out of the Yone. It's that Yone was trying to also 1v9 at the same time, right? Well, it appeared that Antimi actually lost a Shining Hero there. Yeah, this is a very strong board, right? You have Chosen set, you have like all your units upgraded. You have Samira 2 as well. Like this is a board that looks like it should win games, right?
So let's change across to Antimi, who is going to be our remaining point of view player with 6 life remaining. So, what do you give that chance?
They've gone for 6 sharpshooter, which it's a comp that I'm not sure is that good. And like compared to the previous comps they were playing, which just dominated the lobbies, it's showing that it's not as powerful.
Okay, last second switch.
3-star Teemo is always respectable, but the whether the Samira can do enough, because it's only Samira 1, right?
I suppose if Samira is blinded, does she? Presumably she doesn't get her ult to function anymore. Oh my
correct.
gosh,
She does nothing if she's blinded.
that is a ton of damage, but it's still it's going to be very very close.
I mean, if Samira can dodge around,
ooh, she does it! Oh my gosh,
just about makes it. Okay, Antimi lives to see another day, and possibly to hit Siva 3. Another Zeeks.
Oh boy. That's tough.
That's a lot of Zeeks. This is where you regret putting Fawn on Samira, right?
Yes. I mean...
I know people like putting Fawn on items for the meme of putting the crown on them. It can really bite you in this kind of situation.
Oh yeah. No,
also, I'm not actually sure if they picked up... It might have been Samira with a spat on it from a carousel. So maybe we can forgive them.
I'm not sure. I've seen it too many times that people are trying to flex by putting their Force of Nature onto a unit they should have no business doing that in. I suppose at least you can put a Zeeks onto someone else and then put them on the other side of the Samira too.
Yeah, absolutely. It just gives you slightly less stats, right? So no Siva. I mean, the game can still last another round if you win.
Oh, interesting. Are they going to swap around the positioning at all, or just...
Probably not, because I think they want the Samira in the corner. Or are they... Okay, they are going to do this. Because they just want all the attack speed on the Samira as possible.
I mean, she wants the clutch one. It's 1-star Samira against 2. Again, we're keeping our eyes on the Olaf as being like the major damage.
That's a really good Sejuani stun, actually.
Oh boy.
The Olaf just got stunned. He got stunned to death.
That will not happen beyond this point, though. The Samira drops, though. That's going to be it for Antimi.
Yeah, that is it. Antimi cannot win all 3 games, unfortunate. But still, they win the tournament. They go 1-1-2, which is still a very good score.
Yes. Oh boy. So I guess no one is able to equal the blistering performance we put out last week. But still,
yeah, no, I'm obviously just the best, aren't I?
That seems to be the case. We have little information. But we actually do have, let's see, so we've just got the results of the previous one. I think we're going to have to wait a little bit for the second lobby results to know for sure what the final standings are. But
the final standings are Antimi wins, right?
Yes. They are on 28 points, which is a full 6 away from Shining Hero, who is on 22, which is going to bring them into second. I think we can probably say this top 4 with some authority, though. Let's see. Treble could potentially jump up to 20 points. I don't even know if we even bothered to work out tiebreakers just because it doesn't matter that much.
Oh no, the second lobby lost to a random.
Oh no! There we
Disaster.
Random was hacking, confirmed, yes. That is medical facts. So let's come back to us and your wonderful staring face. Oh my gosh, my hair is all over the place. That's what I get for messing around in between. Oh, never mind. So let's get the lobby results put in. So Zucchini came in first. And let's see. So yes, so Zucchini first. Yes, behind Dada253, who is... Congratulations there. Treble.
Always good when you beat a tournament lobby, right?
I know, right? Treble came in second. Happy Light Sense came in third. Roger came in fourth. Charles Moon came in fifth. And Skiller came in sixth. So with that all laid out, hopefully nothing's broken. And it has successfully updated everyone's points. So, with no further ado, we can officially say in first place, Anti-Me, of course, with 28 points. Shining Hero in second with 22. Finno in third, tied third with Firefetch. So congratulations there. Very nice play in that last game. Zucchini in fifth, tied with Treble with 18 points. So well done, Treble. And Zucchini. Stybix and Hold Hands just behind with 17 points, tied for joint 7th. The Benergy in 9th, Happy Light Sense in 10th, Weighty 6th, and Sharsmoon tied for 11th. Then Roger in 13th, and Skiller in 14th. Whew. Gosh, what fun. Alright, so, Blob, shall we go and have a talk to our remaining players and see what they have to say for themselves?
Well, it's entirely up to you. If you want to go talk to people, we can do.
Let's do it. Let's make an informal group interview. Oh, gentle.
It's more people.
God, they're coming back. Ah.
They're everywhere.
They're alive.
Damn it. And Pete, what did you think about my double redemption slam?
What do you think?
I saw people
It was
pinging it.
slammable.
I saw people pinging it with question marks, which was the best result I think we asked for.
With the redemption slam.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I just didn't eco hard enough. I just wanted to hit my 2-star Shyvana and I didn't, and I was frustrating, so I kept rolling. And I shouldn't have.
Oh, Finno, thank you for the raid. So
That's the danger. I got 3 Hodges and I still lost.
Aw.
Yeah, you should have gone through redemptions.
Yeah, that's just not enough Hodges. You need more Hodges, right?
What
I had
Hodges?
3 Hodges and a blue buff.
Well, it could have been 4 Hodges.
Sounds like the carry items.
Well, in
I
theory,
need
that could have been
5
5 Hodges, yeah.
In theory, that could have been 5 redemptions. Let's be real.
Got 3 wallets.
Ooh,
best.
Counterfeit,
And then
can
I
you
realized-
speak now?
Okay, yeah, it looks like I can. For some reason I was muted in some way?
I wasn't
can
sure if you were just being
speak.
quiet or if you were just dying on your mic.
No. Alright, well,
Or
since
muted.
we've still got some folks around, do we want to set up like an Among Us lobby?
Yes.
Yeah.
How many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
I'm
11.
out. Don't
I'm
I
also
don't
out.
play.
I was assuming some of the Americans are going to go to sleep.
Oh yes, that's reasonable. Alright.
Bones go
Imagine
to
being
sleep.
awake at this time.
Right?
I cannot imagine
7
it.
a.m., guys.
Oh god.
Wait, but that means you've been awake since like 4 a.m.
No, I've been streaming for 10 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh,
You're
treble.
insane.
I have a
That's-
24-hour stream tomorrow as well.
How are you
God.
alive? How are you alive?
I'm not. That's the thing.
Red Bull.
Oh my
That's the
gosh.
secret Coca-Cola recipe.
With the cocaine still in it.
Okay.
Oh, Blob, would you mind just saying a few things? I wanted to show off to Sasanity the extra bonus content
Oh
on
wait,
stream.
yes, we never actually did this, did we? Where you would animate me? Oh, it's incredible, isn't it?
Truly, this is peak internet. Oh my gosh! All right, so we're gonna have an Among Us game. I guess I'll just become an Among Us streamer. That's the key.
That's the plan, is it?
That's how you get all the e-girls.
Just collab
Ooh.
with Toast and you will blow up.
So well, I'm out. Nice games, everybody.
Yeah, was fun.
And I will take a listen to the shoutcast.
Yes.
Oh no, don't do that. It was terrible, I promise.
Oh, I don't think so. I listened a little bit in between when I'm dead, and I was already very good. But I'm interested to see what you're saying about my Darius 4. So
Oh, we were very disappointed that you didn't do better.
yeah, me too. Okay,
boy.
guys, bye.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Yeah, so we'll have, of course, the next TFT competition in 2 weeks. I'm trying to see if I can get us. I don't know if it's going to work out. I'm trying to get into a situation where I might be able to get some prizes to be able to give out randomly. Because again, no interest at all in making the competition competitive.
Yeah.
So I think currently, if I can get anything, then it'll be just distributed completely randomly throughout the tournament, and/or Starbucks fashion.
Just give everybody Starbucks, the company.
Oh yes.
Stocks.
I mean,
One.
Oop.
Starbucks a boba tea shop.
Starbucks? More like Stockbucks.
Ugh.
Stonks bucks.
Yes, songs.
All right. Is anyone setting up the Among Us lobby at the moment?
Oh, it says Happy Like Sense is playing Among Us, so I'm learning
I
happy.
can.
Oh.
I can make a lobby.
All right.
Did you see general discussion, the meme that I sent with the potential
Yes.
EU leaving names?
Very good.
Espanol
I-
is
I'm-
my
I'm so
favorite.
proud of you.
It's Fenopi. Oh my gosh, what a bunch of memes.
Okay,
Like
so
nether mind, come on.
so there are
That's also pretty fun.
6 of us that are playing, right? Because Shazmoon and Trevor are going,
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not
So if
playing.
anyone can, we can always
and
put.
then Pete's coming back. He's just gone to shower.
Okay.
Mugen's just messaged me saying that he'll play. So that's 8.
So
And
we'll have a
then, do we know
little
what's
chit-chat.
happened with Finno?
Finno is getting lunch, and I think he has guests over, so he might not be able to.
Guests over.
Ew.
Counter, you didn't post the results anywhere yet, right?
Oh no, I actually didn't post them. Let me do that.
Yes,
Morning,
let us
people.
see it.
Thank you. Okay. So there we go. Discussion tournament. So there we go. In written form. There's your final results.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
Good job, y'all.
Good job.
Y'all.
Yowl.
I got 9th.
Why?
I'm so good.
I'm 13. Yay.
I got 12. Lovely. I did worse than last time. Woo! Actually, I think I got about the same points as last time.
Why on earth is it doing that? When I'm trying to capture Among Us, it's capturing my Discord window as well.
Weird.
You have a visual test on?
I'm playing with the recommended settings. So yeah, visual task on.
Oh, I should stop streaming.
So I'm off. This
All right, guys.
Alright.
GG's.
Y'all have fun.
Good night.
See you
Good
next time.
night.
Bye.
Good night.
It's a
No,
bit harder
good
for
one.
imposters.
What?
So it's a bit harder for imposters.
I can change some of the
No.
settings.
No, you don't have to. What?
Change him, Happy.
Pasta?
Change him. We demand it.
What? Wait.
I actually don't know how.
Seconds?
Okay, if you
How
go
do
to
you
the
change them
computer,
in PT?
you can use the computer and you can customize. And then on the very right is the game settings.
Okay, I'm going to quickly restart my Among Us because it's capturing the Discord window over Among Us. And it's, even
Oh
though
look, hold hand 7 to 8 now suddenly can text. He's staying at Stibix for holding hands. That's the first live sign I see of him.
Alright, let's try it again. Happy, where was your... Oh, there it is. In general. Alright, let's try that again. Okay.
Remember to cover up the code.
Oh.
So I have one common task, one long task, 2 short tasks. Should I change any of that?
I think a slightly more task is good, because that's not very many tasks, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we do actually have 7 people, so...
Oh, Sunny, yeah, you can absolutely join. Let me just send you the code. Gosh, I've never streamed Among Us before, so this should be interesting.
You can do it, I believe.
What the fuck, Beric? First you had a coffee, then you had Red Bull, and now you have another coffee.
Happy, please keep
Bro.
it... happy? Oh my gosh.
Give me, please.
Roger, please keep it PG. Please
This is
keep
a family-friendly
PG for
stream.
the stream.
Family-friendly stream.
It's not like last week.
Oh, okay, sorry. But still, he's insane. Coffee, Red Bull, and a coffee again.
That's nothing.
They're gonna
That's
die.
not healthy.
Yeah.
That'll be fine.
That's the start of stuff.
What on earth is going on with the...
You have to start thinking once he starts downing some pills, coughing pills.
Oh God, no. God
Is there
forbid.
something? Is there something weird about capturing Among Us or something? Do I
There
need to...
shouldn't be.
I mean, I assume that if you just do like a straight up screen capture, it should be fine, right?
I mean, I don't like to do that because it's just...
I mean, yeah, that's just like a jank workaround.
I think I did it with window capture or game capture in...
Game capture works for me.
Yeah, I guess I'll try game capture. I usually use window capture for most stuff, though. But it seems to be really weird.
Are we missing anyone?
We're at 7. So
No.
didn't someone else say they were going to join?
Okay, yeah, that works.
I think Skiller wanted to join, but he might still be busy.
Beric says, "Listen, I didn't choose the coffee. It chose me."
Oh no.
That's
Okay.
But nobody sees where I am.
Okay, Benny.
I'm so good. I'm so well hidden.
Okay,
Damn
I
it.
think I've successfully hidden the code. Yes, I've made it maybe a bit too big.
Nobody will find me here.
There we go. Heidi,
Damn it.
Heidi. Graphics, full screen on. Hopefully this doesn't break it.
Ah.
Yep, that's fine. Alright, so hopefully Sunny will be along in a second. It won't let you join. Are you... What server are we on?
I think NA.
NA.
That's probably why, Sunny. What? Do we actually have anyone from NA? Or is there
I think
reason-
it's just NA's more stable. Right?
I think Sunny's in.
Boomer.
Wow.
Let's go.
Red
Was
sauce.
You'll
Or-
die first.
I'm gonna give everyone here a tip, just remembering the last games we played. Always sus Roger first.
Yeah.
And,
Because
and
they're always
don't
very...
vent if you're a crewmate.
Yes.
Don't do it. Just don't do it. It doesn't work for you.
Don't forget to unmute.
Yes. Also that one.
That's a bit sus, we know.
Can we start?
I just remember.
Marinate.
I just
Marinate.
remember.
Wait, what?
I learned a new thing this round. I learned that you can vent.
Shut up, Zucchini.
Hey,
Not
you
the
didn't
company
know.
club.
You didn't know.
Hello.
You didn't
Shut
know.
the company
But
club.
it
Yeah,
was
because
very
no one
Danny.
told me.
Oh, you're
Hey,
Beric.
Sam.
Yeah.
You like my name and my outfit?
Yep.
Paul Music, if you want to come and join in, I think we're going to start this round now, but you can absolutely come and join in with a future one if you'd like.
I think
Oh,
she's
we're going
always-
to join
Just
whenever
started.
Happy clicks the join button, because at some point we're going to get kicked.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is this a proper round?
Yes.
I think.
Okay.
I hope so, anyway.
Oh gosh, okay. So I can mute the stream, but still have the ability to talk to you guys. Apollo Music, how's it going? So we're going to sus Roger first, because they always act really suspicious irrespective of whether or not they are, which is normally, of course, the best gift you can ever give to a traitor in this kind of game. Alright, Apollo, maybe you can help us remember stuff when we see things. hate doing the worrying. I feel like I can never see enough to actually stop myself from getting stabbed to death. Not too well. Oh gosh, we're about to die. Yep. There wasn't anything we could do about that. Alright, so... We won't be unmuting, so we're talking mostly to you, Apollo. Oh jeez, what?
Well, that was fun. Good job, Benny.
Yeah, good job.
What happened?
How did we lose that quickly?
What?
We just murdered you all.
Huh?
I've never seen that happen before.
Well, we just both got 2 kills.
Zucchini was killed in download by weapons. I killed Fanny in navigation. Then lights were called, and then I waited till Happy went out of lights and killed Moon.
And I killed Counterfeit in admin.
Yeah.
Oh, why has that not happened in that way before? Is the kill time too short then?
No, it's 30 seconds kill cooldown.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just that you didn't notice the bodies.
Oh boy.
Because they were all on the wrong side of the map.
That's...
Wow.
Apollo...
That's why when
essentially, me and Benny are just too
Among
good.
Us run through.
There I was thinking I was going to have time.
Apollo Music, the tournament went pretty well. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Kalexo, thank you for the follow.
It's called, it's a good idea to go to the other side of the map because oftentimes people hide bodies and call it sabotage to the other side of the map.
Oh, that's right. Oh, I like the little doggy. That's pretty great.
That's yeah.
Oh, you paid.
You remind me of Turtwig.
There's a whale
from the last
$2.
It's a whale, yeah.
It is. I am Turtwig.
Well,
Yeah.
and also I am a ninja, so of
You're a
course
better Turtwig than we all drew. Except for Happy.
Happy drew a good Turtwig.
Yeah, she drew. She copied a good Turtwig. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, of course.
What's even better is I threw out that sus as a joke,
Whoops.
and then both you and Finno went really hard on it.
Yeah.
I was like, it just looks so right. Like,
Yeah, that's true.
It's just one of my favorite Pokemon. I love
Yeah,
it.
Turtwig's great.
yeah, Vulpix is one of my favorite Pokemon. Doesn't mean I could draw it for shit.
That's
Well,
true.
you know all the like ins and outs. Yeah, like that the hairstyle and the
Zucchini,
tails
you're
are one of the
trying.
most important things.
Yeah,
Hey, fella.
it's not lining up, and I don't know why.
Although
Did somebody
Happy
else-
unlined it up on me. I was lined up.
Did somebody else want
Gotcha.
to join?
There we go.
Perfect.
Bulba baby.
Oh, I could cover the code with my face count, that's a good idea. Whoops.
Good girl. Baby.
Heidi. It's very nice touch.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
Okay, can we start another one?
Mm-hmm.
Or did somebody else
No.
want to join?
We're just gonna play one and that's it.
Oh, okay.
bye.
Well, again,
Run
see you all in
through.
2 weeks' time.
Alright, well, sorry.
Nice.
Wait, who's the host? What are we
It's
waiting
Happy. Happy's just being slow.
for? Savage Feather, you want to come join? Well, I don't think there's any reason we can't post the code in the chat.
Yeah, it's not like we're going to be inundated with viewers, right?
Wow. I mean,
Peter,
that's...
the reason why you cover up the code with your camera is so that not everybody joins randomly.
Mm-hmm.
And that will happen.
Spams.
That will
It already
happen if you
happened
just...
before.
Yeah.
That happened to me last time. Yep.
Alright, well, Savage Feather, we'll get you sorted out next time. You need to come on to the... oh, you can never, but because your mic doesn't work. That shouldn't slow you down. You can still accuse people randomly. Oh, wait, I need to mute myself. You can still accuse people randomly without having to have a microphone. I just yell at them in text. Blob who murdered us last time round. This is my first time actually streaming Among Us, so apologies for being just terrible at the game. So at least Blob's probably not going to murder us this time round, because they had the opportunity then. And they're moving in such a way suggests to me that they're not traitorous. Alright. So, Savage Feather, what you're coming into now is the after party of the TFT tournament. Ah.
It's white and maybe zucchini.
Okay,
I
that's
was
a
on
pretty
my
bold.
task. I came off my task and I saw the body.
Oh, it's Boba Baby for sure, you say?
It doesn't seem like there's any defense coming from Roger at all.
He ran past me. Boba Baby ran past me. She!
They were the baby. The baby's the guiltiest one.
It's a clear vote for me. It's either Zucchini or Boba Baby.
There's no defense from Roger at all.
I think I can clear Happy. She did fix lights.
I fixed lights.
Yeah, we both were there together.
Okay, but I didn't see.
Do we have any idea where Mugen was?
No idea. No.
I did. I think he was navigation. The last time I saw him, I was in communication, and he went to the right. So.
Okay.
Oh. Alright, so...
If it's not Boba Baby, it's Zucchini.
I must say, that was very unfortunate of me. I give you that this time.
I ran away from Electrical because I knew one of you were the killer.
Oh yeah.
When I came back.
If you guys don't mind idling in the stream while you're playing, that would certainly be appreciated for viewer numbers. But Savage Feather, thank you for dropping by and joining in. Oh, need to mute myself. There we go. I've a feeling that I'm going to end up regretting not going to the reactor. Oh my gosh, are we just going to die to the reactor? Jeez, that was close. Blob, imagine idling in the stream, I know, right? Also, please, Feather, as if you are looking to do people favours, then Improbable Blob helped out on commentary today, and they have a fantastic channel which has some top quality TFT. So if you are into that, and not just Among Us, then please do give them a check out. It does seem like in this round we've got a lot less competent bad guys than we did before. Because before they just going around and murdered everyone. I don't know if that was just a fluke or what. I always expect to come in here seeing a body. Oh boy. Alright, so Zucchini's running off that way. I think Zucchini might have... Oh, hello. Hello there.
I was almost finished with my task there.
No. I found Benny in Medbay on the scan area. And that happened right after the doors were closed.
I've seen Zucchini with Benny last.
I saw Zucchini coming away from the electric place towards the end.
But there's a vent there.
It's true. They could have been coming up there.
Someone definitely vented for this kill, because I was on cams. I watched Sani run past Medbay.
Oh wait, no, I know Zucchini's line now because I saw them. If you're saying you were on cams, then you were miles away from cams when I saw you.
I was on cams, and then I headed down, went through storage, and ended up by comms.
I went to shoot asteroids, so I went through cafeteria.
I saw you, I think.
Yeah,
that was before.
I watched Sani on cams run across the top.
Yeah, that was before the doors were closed, right?
And then no one. And then during that time, no one else went into Medbay.
I ran away from Zucchini because I don't trust him.
So the thing is, I had to fix wires in cafeteria, and I saw someone walk along the top side of cafeteria while I was doing that, but I couldn't really see who it was. So I'm assuming that Sani is telling the truth. And afterwards, I wanted to go into Medbay because I have a med scan there, but I couldn't because the doors were closed. So at that point,
you've got an enormous amount of specificity to your story, which makes you think that you're probably telling the truth.
I don't know. Are we skipping?
I think it's.
I'm feeling Zucchini, but
I am also feeling like it's Zucchini.
I was shooting.
I don't know. Do you guys want to commit for that?
Yes.
It's 4, so I'm skipping.
You're skipping, you bastard.
Yeah.
After you killed
skipping out the airlock.
I knew it! You were way too fast to report that kill. I knew you
Well,
weren't doing tasks. I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're faking a task and your imposter buddy kills someone next to you, you kind of have to do something.
Like, can we,
No, you stand
confirm
still
he
and
takes off, by the way?
you say, "Oh no, I didn't see it. I was in my task." That's what you do. You were way too quick on reporting that kill.
And if you report, you have to throw your imposter buddy under the bus.
I mean, I didn't need to. Stanley already had, right? Like,
Sorry.
I wasn't trying to deny it was her that I saw her. Like,
You happy?
Apollo, are you
the
on my
first kill
server?
that Zucchini did it was Blob, and like we were like walking together past Blob. He just killed him. I was like, all right, I'm gonna continue walking.
No, Boba, I need that color.
Nope.
Oh, Savage Feather, you'll come to learn that Improbable Blob is a massive troll. That's what's going on there.
I got my hamster.
a
I
dog
got
is
another
for life,
dog.
not just for Christmas.
It's a chihuahua. A very
Oh
tiny
my
chihuahua.
Oh god,
gosh.
it's a Chihuahua. No, god, no, I'm
Hooey.
not giving you the color.
So, is anyone else joining now?
Savage Feather, did you want to join? Even if you don't have voice, you could still type stuff. I think that's okay. You can always join the voice chat and then just and listen and then type. All right, Savage Feather. If you join my Discord, then I'll be able to DM you the code, and you'll also be able to join the
Slide
chat.
into the DMs like.
Hello there.
We're currently actually on the Kansas Casual Competition server, actually, so I'll send you that instead. Oh, is the
I'm just
Discord link
checking with-
out of link?
Skiller if he's coming back.
Oh, no kidding. My Discord thing is rubbish. Okay, let me get that changed.
Discord has some problems today, seriously.
Nah,
Not just today. Discord always has problems, to be honest.
Starting
Discord
with
that has
starting
problems, or
with
is
the
it you?
CEO team.
Copy.
Well, Apollo's here.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Apollo.
Come into the voice chat.
Timers. Oh, no, so it's alright, it's chat commands I need to change.
Hello.
But Block,
Oh, Apollo.
that first round was really clean.
Okay, it's always Apollo, guys.
Wait, what was it?
It's Apollo and Roger.
Yeah.
Already?
Yes.
I'm so sad that Finno isn't here, because
Except-
he's the most evil one.
That is
Yeah.
true. Except if Happy doesn't blame Apollo,
Yes.
it's Happy and Apollo.
Yes,
That's a lie!
Finno is the most evil. Finno is the most evil. That's totally
Yes.
true. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I really
would
thought
kill
that-
him on his first round.
Like, I really thought back then that he was like trying to like help me or like you know keep me safe, but then I watched the YouTube video like, yeah, let's marinate her. I'm like, fuck. F you, dude.
Pumpernickel, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we're trying to keep it clean in
Could
this
you?
murder stream.
I said F you.
No, it's Pumpernickel. It's
As
Pumpernickel.
if,
Pumpernickel.
as if
Pumpernickel.
Sven got 2 pentakills last night.
Really? Did he?
Who
Yeah.
likes Pumpernickel?
Oh, damn. How much?
I
Did he win
do.
3-0?
No.
Pumpernickel's pretty cool.
Cloud9 went 2-0 down. It was really frustrating to watch.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
You know, they're just getting more practice, right?
Right.
Yikes!
Yeah, they're just outdrafting their opponents and then throwing the game for fun.
They lost. They lost against Hammer Thieves. Yikes!
So, Savage Feather, this is the server we're on at the moment. Alright. Let's mute and get to work. Okay, so it's probably not Apollo. And it's probably not Mugen. Hello there.
R.I.P. Benny.
Hello there.
Hello.
Okay, so I found this body in admin. I can essentially clear Zucchini and Apollo, I think, for this one.
I can also...
Because we were all on the right side of the map, and there was no way to get there, I don't think.
Apollo and Mugen both didn't seem like they were doing suspicious things.
So-
I was.
the thing is-
is it
That's how
weapons?
it works.
with Counterfeit?
I was in admin. I had the first task there, and
Happy.
all the other people that were with me there were
It's Happy and Apollo. She's not playing Apollo.
Apollo, Mugen, and Boba Baby.
Wait, Apollo, weren't you in navigation?
Yeah, I was there.
I was, yeah.
I was an admin. I fixed the wiring there.
Wait,
I
so
saw
Happy,
you
why are you saying
going
Apollo was in
to
admin?
electrical with Boba Baby.
No, I saw.
It was you. Okay, I thought it was Happy with me in electrical.
No, you were with Happy. Yep. I
Yeah.
saw you go in there.
Oh, okay. Yep.
We were in there together, but we were also in admin at the start.
Yes.
Okay, that's all very
Card
confusing.
swiping.
Card swipe. Card.
I don't know why people always have like stress with the card swiping. I do one go and done.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
just get
last
good, right?
game it took me 3
Alright,
or 4 tries.
All right, I
Still
changed.
no
I
idea
changed
why.
my mind. It's Roger. There's no way. There's no way.
Oh god.
Why
I
do
have
you
no
think that?
info. I don't know.
Why do I think that? There's
Yeah.
no way she
Wait,
can't.
so
swipe
who
last
are we
time.
saying is clear
That's
for this?
why.
Who are we saying is clear for this?
I think
Zucchini,
Apollo, and
Counterfeit.
Mugen. I saw.
Counterfeit.
I know. Mugen, I hung out with for a while. They didn't.
Yeah,
know
I was
him.
with
So
Counterfeit and
myself,
Weapons
Happy,
Team last year.
Peter. Wait, is it Pete? I don't know who Pete is supposed to be. And Roger.
Pete Boomer is Sani.
But okay, Sanity, Roger, myself, and Happy are sus for this then.
I'm pretty sure I left admin first, so I don't know who remained in there.
We have 20 seconds left, so.
Okay, so
I
we
would
both.
skip-
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
no
left
info.
admin last of the three of you?
I have no idea.
So it wasn't you. Happy and Roger, who left admin last?
I do not know.
I don't know. I left it first from the two of us, definitely.
I'm skipping here.
Okay, so Happy is accusing Roger?
I don't know. It's a little bit confusing.
Wait, I'm not accusing Roger.
Well, if you're saying Roger left last, then.
No, she left after me for sure, but I don't know who left last.
So there we reveal ourselves a effective strategy, which is just making everyone so flipping confused that they just don't know what to think anymore. Okay, so I've got a scan, so I'm going to leave that behind. And I'm going to ask someone to come with me to scan if they can later on, just to make sure I'm clear. I think we have got visual tasks on. Let's see if we're competent at swiping cards. Nope. Still two. The swiping cards task is actually one of my favourite ones. I like it. It's got just enough mechanically going on to be interesting, whereas some of the other ones feel just more like busy work. Oh, jeez.
Oh, I've seen Apollo very recently.
Oh,
so I'm
Two
pretty
kills.
sure I saw Zucchini running away from the electrical, and then I walked into electrical and there was a body there. So that seems.
Oh yeah, I was with Zucchini and Apollo in electrical. The one thing it might be is I saw Happy in security, so it could be Happy venting in and then out again.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I also know where Boba Baby is, because I thought I'd reported this, because I literally just found her in cafeteria.
I came from asteroids
by the
until storage. I'm in storage right now.
Does anyone know how long the cameras have been on for?
Not sure.
Happy, how long have you been on cameras?
Just a few seconds. Like I saw,
Thank you for the follow, Galaxy Gamer, by the way.
and I saw Zucchini.
Which way did you come into
We're doing the after party of the TFT tournament, in case you guys are wondering.
A task in engine, in both of the engines. The Simon Says thing with the where you have to click the squares when they light up.
Oh yeah.
That's not in both the engines. That's in reactor.
Yeah.
So
Well, I had one
it's
in-
Happy.
Yeah,
I
it's
was
Happy.
about to get the
had one
happy
in-
being wrong.
I had one
Yeah.
in lower engine then where I had to accept the diverted power from electrical.
Are we voting?
Yeah,
I'm voting for Happy. I think it's Happy. I think
I'm
it's
almost
in.
certain it's Happy. The defense of, oh yeah, it's me, like, is not a defense that someone who's innocent would use.
I'm just sus of someone that throws sus on me when there were three of us in electrical together.
Well, good, because I left first, right, Zucchini?
I don't really remember.
I saw like Zucchini was
I
the only person I
said he saw you coming out. So
I'm in cafeteria, so like
I saw you going between the like,
how long did it take you to walk to the back of electrical that you saw me coming out of electrical when I was in caf?
So I'm thinking it's Zucchini. They're
I'm sorry, but I like doing this.
Cool, great minds think alike.
Oh,
I thought I'd do a task first though, but
okay.
I'm not that brave.
I came back to do it.
All right, so
so
Blob saw me walk into the medical thing. I'd like someone to come and watch me scan.
I did. Okay.
I was with you, kind of it, yeah.
Okay, so
I think
there was very little time to get another kill in there.
You're the yellow
Well,
one.
there wasn't another kill.
Oh, well, there wasn't another kill.
That's literally the point.
Yeah, the point was we buttoned so that they can't call us sabotage and then murderers.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, so I would like to make the case for innocence in that you can all come watch me scan and then see that it works.
I mean, I don't have scans, so I can't. But sure.
No, the fact that I can do the scan, doesn't that prove that I'm a...
Okay, so who do you think was near Boba?
Last round, Happy said that she saw Sani come down into storage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So that's from CAF.
Wait, Zuki, did you see them going that path?
No, not that I remember.
So you
I
should have
went
passed
through
each other because you went out from
cafeteria.
electrical into there.
Past the asteroids. And then went down
Okay,
to
she's clearly
storage
getting
because I had the
things
fuel.
wrong. She told him going down navigation instead.
Okay, yeah.
I'm kind of
Mugen, you're not
at the
speaking
moment.
much.
What?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just listening to what you're
I
saying.
can
and thinking
literally
about
prove
who
that
might
I
be.
am not an imposter. Like,
That doesn't mean I'm not sus for you. Okay, so
Mugen, what did you do last round?
So I was with Canafet, I think, the yellow one, yeah. Canafet, we were going... I was going to the left, I don't know the room names yet. To the left and then downwards, is it Med Bay?
I was with Blob. Blob followed me into Medbay. I didn't see you.
No, that was Mugen. I did not follow you.
I
was
did
it?
follow you
Okay.
into Med Bay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
that
got
was me.
confused then.
Yeah, that was me. I followed you into Med Bay.
I was trying to get
Blob
someone to follow me to the scan, but no one
Blob
did.
didn't leave table.
I didn't do that. I kind of
Well,
wanted
who
to
did you
count
vote?
feet out just for the sake of it, but
That means I'm
Who did you
gonna.
vote for?
I understand if no one wants to follow me.
What?
Oh, perfect.
That is the dumbest thing. Great. Good job, guys.
We try our best.
That's ridiculous.
You
Do
were the
you?
first.
It was
That
those
was really
two.
well played, Honey. Good job.
Oh,
I
Blob.
vented, so I was super
Oh,
scared
Blob.
when Happy said she saw me on cam because I vented into the right side, but she didn't see me.
Good
No, I can't
job,
see the
Blob.
vents on camera.
Good
The
job.
first round
You
was
can.
was best one ever because I just killed. I think I killed Benny, and then I went up to Counterfeit and just wanted to tick down the timer till I could kill you. I was just waiting.
Oh, no.
He's clear. He's innocent. He was with me the whole time. Yeah, I'll take it.
It's not.
Yeah, if
Oh.
Counter
Yeah.
hadn't
Yeah.
cleared you, I would have sussed you
Oh, wait, I
out
clicked
so
exit.
hard because I knew you were an admin.
Me?
You!
Yeah, I
I
was an
knew it.
admin. Yeah, I know.
I knew it.
Counterfeit imposter. Confirmed.
He tried his
Yeah.
hardest, yeah.
Yeah, he was more
in
sus
the end,
than the
it didn't
actual
really matter.
imposter.
Wait, who killed?
How was I more
Who killed
sus?
Apollo then?
I think it was Sunny because I don't know. I didn't. I think.
Not you.
I killed Boba in
Was
a
it me?
cafeteria.
Yep,
Yeah.
like right
Yeah.
there where we eat.
Yeah,
Disgusting.
so that was the thing. I was like, as soon as Happy said she saw you coming down, I was like, as far as I can tell, you're the only person who was in the top side of the map, and Bopa's dead. But I didn't have anything else to go off.
Ha ha.
Like,
Played. That was well played.
I was happy Apollo was found and not Boba. Because then
Well,
I
I
didn't
did
have a
find her.
story.
Ah,
I'm changing to
We played
murder
that really
outfit.
well.
Oh, I'm really annoyed about that. Really annoyed. Grrr. Grrr. I don't know. I guess I am also kind of bad at the game, so it's much more likely that I'm going to be making. Oh, jeez.
What?
Okay, so I ran across the body with Boba Baby right next to it.
Yes.
And
No,
then
not
the
right
body
next to
was
it, in the
you were
hallway.
you were
walked
literally right next to
together.
it, and then I walked over it in the darkness, and then it was instantly reported as soon as you saw that I was walking over it.
No, I found it just like you.
Wait. Important part here. So the body was already on the floor.
Yes.
You didn't watch it fall down.
No,
No.
Okay.
Oh, that probably clears Boba, right?
I don't think
walked-
so.
I'm
Because that
also,
probably
I'm
means it
also
wasn't
I'm
Boba
way
killing.
too far away from the body. I could not have killed it. I'm still in the hallway.
Well, I mean,
I know
if Counter saw you
Counterfeit
walking
just
over it, then...
moved,
I
so he
didn't
didn't
walk
kill
over
her.
it.
What?
Where is the body? Sorry.
Like down.
It's
where
just
the,
outside of the O2.
It has to be
weapons?
close to asteroids because it was instantly reported.
Yeah, it was. So Boba Baby was standing next to it. In the darkness, I walked across it. I was about to hit report, and then they hit report, which to me seems like someone who's just killed them.
This was
I
definitely.
did not. I really
Well, no,
actually just
no,
found it
because
just like you.
that,
I'm not
that,
lying. I swear.
If the body was already lying down, it has to have been dead for at least like a second. So it can't have just been an instant report. Like it takes time for that body
Yeah,
to
the
go from
animation has to
standing
play
to
out.
fall down.
Yeah, but if I came in after Boba Baby, and I went through Boba Baby, then saw the body, and then before I could report it, Boba Baby did.
No.
I'm kinda clearing Counterfeit here because he
Apollo is
barely moved
completely-
and he
Clear.
was.
Counter and I am both clear.
I
Apollo
didn't
is
see
completely
you, so I
clear
can't
as
clear
well.
you. I was doing asteroids.
I think I can clear Sandy because we were both running towards electrical, I think. I saw something black walking to the left
Huh?
from asteroids.
I was doing asteroids.
Yeah. And
I was
after
in
asteroids.
asteroids.
After
Uh-huh.
asteroids. Or was it you, Apollo? You have a black suit. I just...
Thank you for the follow, Axe Master. Marita?
No, I'm skipping here, but
Yeah.
be
I
careful.
don't have enough information, do we?
I still think it's Boba.
You always think it's me.
I mean, that's...
And it's always you.
It is.
and he's never wrong.
Just like last round, like, oh, Boba's already dead, so I have nothing. No one else to blame. Wow.
Roger, making sure to get in some post lobby complaining before they're done. Fantastic. Oh boy. So for any of you guys who are coming to this for the first time, this is the after party to my TFT competition, which I run to be, as you might be able to tell from our discussions here, extremely casual. And we do Among Us as like an after game thing. So it's kind of fun. People enjoy it. Oh boy, everyone's electrical, one person's storage, huh? There were like four...
I think it's Blob.
There were like four
Was
people...
Blob messing with the lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
was
was trying to
standing
fix
there
it.
for so long and it
I
wasn't
was trying
fixed.
to fix it!
And then he
No,
went
no.
up to
Alright,
Blob.
just
You're good enough.
to add
You're
on
good
to
enough
this... Look, shut up, Benny, for a second.
No.
There were four of you in electrical, because I was looking at the admin desk, and then Benny was the only one who was not there, who was running up to do the meeting thing. So, make
Okay.
of that what you will.
Okay, if
So-
I was trying to... if you're saying, oh,
Okay,
I'm good enough to mess with the lights,
filibustering.
why would I mess with the lights right here, right? Because messing with the lights stops your kill counter, so I can't even get a kill. And even if it didn't stop the kill counter, we need 4 kills to win the game, if I was an imposter.
I noticed
So
you
what
said,
would be the
you
advantage of me
said
messing
we
with the
when you
lights?
said when you were talking about the
To
imposters.
get the other imposter to get 3 kills.
yeah.
It wouldn't be a free kill, though, because, like everyone would go to electrical, and it's, like, too crowded. Also,
but-
I don't think I would be able to delay lights long enough to stop it. And also, if I was messing with lights, right, it was the leftmost switch that was flicking on and off. If I was messing with lights, I would turn all of the switches off, right?
You're giving the...
I
I
would-
think that's
wait,
a more poor way to mess with
Blob,
lights.
you're
Yes,
giving...
that's-
You're giving
That's
the...
the thing with electrical. Like all the other tasks, like everyone does like their own form of the task. But in electrical, when you all go the same time there, it's like all just one task. That's why it gets messy. It's every time every single time it's the same thing.
I didn't even open the panel to see if Blob would fix it. And then he went up and faked wires, but it was way too quick.
Blob,
And
you've...
I-
I'm voting Blob
all of
here, I'm
your
sorry.
defenses so
I'm
far
skipping.
have been based on
Same.
the idea that you are part of the traitor team. So I'm not feeling like that's a strong defense for you, so I'm going to.
Well, I'm just saying that if I were part of the situation,
You're doing
that
the
wouldn't be
OJ
a good...
defense. You're doing the OJ defense of if I did all this stuff. I'm not saying I did, but here's how I would have done it.
Oh yeah, but like, yeah, if I were an imposter, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh
god, that's so close.
No!
Oh, Boris Forrest says Sandy is the imposter. She's always the imposter. Sandy, you're so lucky to have people you know watching.
Shut up, Boris!
How's it going?
Oh, I don't know who just came into the stream just then, but it's a bit of unfortunate timing. Okay, I'm pretty sure Sunny is not the imposter this time around as much as... Oh, that's convenient. 32097. Okay, so I'm certain that Sunny's not the imposter because she's also trying more than... I think I might just start hanging around the group, actually. Oh boy. Such fierce. Okay, there's like a herd developing.
I'm glad you watched me.
Where's everybody?
I'm just outside of admin.
Comms.
The body is in security.
In what?
Security.
Oh,
Security. I was like, wait, what's it?
Most of the
It's in Tahiti.
most of the people are on the right hand side of the map right now because I ran into a huge herd of people who were.
I've seen Boba Baby and Counterfeit. I was waiting for someone to come into what is that, navigation?
Yeah, Sunny's had like a million chances to kill me, so I'm certain it's not her.
That's just
And he fixed
horrible
oxygen. I'm trusting Counterfeit.
Boris
So
doesn't
are we
know.
assuming this kill was when the auctioneer was called?
Yeah.
I think it was after.
Oh, okay.
Because I fixed oxygen, then I checked admin. I saw one in reactor, one in security. Then the cams were on, so at this point the person was most likely still alive, happy. And when I arrived, she was dead.
Apollo, where were you?
I was in admin.
Blob, what were you up to?
The whole round.
Well, so actually, I went to medbay. Happy was there, and who else was there in admin? Not in admin, in medbay at the start.
Yeah, no, I was in medbay at the start, and then I went to admin.
Yeah, so I was in
admin,
medbay. I waited for Happy to finish her scan. I scanned, and then I did the wires at the top of the cafeteria, and then went down to admin.
Did anybody see a scan?
No, there was on my own.
Why would you do that?
What do you mean,
Yeah.
why would I do that? Because I want to finish my tasks.
Isn't that like an incredibly
Because it's a
powerful thing for the good
clear-
guys? Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's a bit cheap, really. It's like the visual tasks.
If we didn't want that visual
Genuinely.
task,
Oh god.
I'm voting for Blob, 100%.
You just...
There's more
I
and
vote
more
counter.
evidence
I just
every
don't
time.
trust him.
I'm voting counter.
What? Why?
I feel Kansas just trying to push it on me.
It's because you.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
That's why I voted for counter.
Nobody died.
I presume Zucchini's going to continue his campaign of trying to get me voted out, even though I've been covered multiple different ways.
Counterfeit is cleared. What the fuck?
Well, I presume it's because Zucchini's the other imposter.
What the pumpernickel?
yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
speak
sorry,
for me.
sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Oh wow, you're getting pretty personal, Zazaki. You seem instantly extremely defensive.
Do you know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say we probably got Blob right because otherwise they would have just double killed and won the game. But
So are
yeah,
are you adopting the blob defense of if I was a murderer, this is what I would have done?
I have nothing. I can only
Yeah.
clear
I have
counter
nothing.
to be.
I'm skipping.
I'm skipping to whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's Zucchini.
I
but-
was genuinely worried that Blob was wrong and we were just about to get double killed. And
Blob
so I
was
stood
wrong.
at the bottom.
Sorry, Blob was wrong. You mean you
Voting-
were worried that I was wrong? That
No,
that Blob was the-
voting Blob was wrong. That
Skip, skip, skip.
twist everything I say. Why don't you?
Is it because everything you say is twisted, Zucchini? Is that why? Oh my gosh!
Why would I sit on the button?
Why would I do so many terrible things? I go back through the census to try and increase my chances of seeing something random. Boris, she will stab you in the back even when... Sunny's actually been trying really hard in these games, so that's why I trust her completely. She's been putting in the work. Oh, is it because people are leaving and... Huh? Why am I getting... Is the game bugging out in some way? He's faking it to make you try and trust her. So Boris, what's I mean, Sunny aside, what's your opinion on who it's going to be? All right, so I'm just gonna follow the group around until I get back up to the top once again. I'll wait for people to be done here. I feel like this is a little bit... Even a crewmate should lead you to the imposter to be killed. I think it's probably too hard to win when everyone's hanging around together. Wait, did someone new die?
Zucchini died.
Oh,
and
wow.
I think it's Boba Baby.
What?
She faked at the wrong spot.
Oh, that's a...
What?
Now I feel really bad.
In electrical,
I feel
you're faked in the middle and there's no task there.
Yes, there is.
Zucchini, I want to apologize now.
On the backside, there are 3 tasks.
Yeah, one
for
on the right
electrical.
side and 2 on the left side, not in the middle.
Yes. In the middle, no, there's one right, middle, and left.
Boris is going to vote for Zucchini as well, so I don't feel so bad.
I don't know, I'm scared. I think it's only 1 killer left. I'm pretty sure it's only 1 killer
I think
left.
we can skip. I think I maybe have one of the only tasks left. I have to go trash
I'm
shoot and fix
skipping,
the
what
wire.
I need to go
What's
top
the
right, so
pumpernickel?
if people can follow
I
me...
think we can skip. We can do
spirit.
this with tasks.
Yeah, I need to go top right, that's all I need. That's all I've got left.
I got 2 tasks left.
If I finished my task.
Hey, Callison09, how's it going? Thank you for the follow.
Guess we're skipping, but
And
I'm pretty sure.
Boba could have killed me so many times, though.
Sunny is your pick every time. I mean, fair enough. Rude. Wait, so this is all but one of us. Interesting, interesting. I think we've still got one space, Callison. If you come and join the tournament Discord, you can join him. Ooh. Oh, I don't think we're going to get there in time. Whatever happens. Yeah, the voice... I mean, you don't have to, but the... Okay. So it's probably not Benny, because I would be dead. Oh.
So this is in Shields. And I saw Apollo and Pete with me.
I think, yeah. Benny could definitely have killed me and gotten away with it. So I'm fairly comfortable. I think it's going to be Boba, baby. Like, it's always Roger.
I saw Medbay on the admin table, that is correct. But I don't know how old this body is, because I was on the left side to fix my last wire.
Carson, yeah. It's, I'm feeling Boba, baby, as well. Also, you hear the sound of Roger snacking down the corpses of her victims.
What the fuck? That's
Ew.
That's Choco Bongs. What the pumpernickel?
So
Oh my
that-
God, you're disgusting.
Good.
So that's what you call your victims, Shokobongs. Okay.
I'm skipping.
I mean, Apollo, do you have any reason to think it's me or Benny?
No, I don't think it should. Who was down the right side at the start of the round?
We were all
Because
near
I stuck
admin.
with you.
Yeah, we were all in the same space. Boba was the only one away.
No, I was the only one that went to the bottom at the start, and you four went to the right.
Alright, here we go. We don't want a loss right now, right?
And no,
time
not
for
exactly.
There is no task in the middle.
But yes, I mean there is a
There
task. It's the
is!
divert power. But that
There
wasn't
is a
on
task
wasn't
in
on the list
middle.
of tasks we
Are you
had, which is my mistake.
pumpernickel kidding me?
Yes, the 4 tasks are download,
I hate
divert
you,
power,
Colin, for information.
wires,
Yeah.
and electrical calibration.
It catches on. People like it.
What? So?
Oh,
yeah,
I can't believe
no,
I can't believe you got for that. I was trying to fix lights, it just wasn't working.
I'm gonna be right back.
I hate Blob because Blob killed me in the beginning, and then she argued so well that I almost believed she was an imposter.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, so who were
But
the
Blob-
imposters from that game? I've gotten
Me and
confused.
Boba.
Okay.
Blob, if you just had stayed back and had let Sandy do that,
Oh, who came in
I
with
wouldn't
I
have
know.
trusted you at all.
I was trying to do it so it looked good for me, but it backfired.
Yeah, you also
Yeah.
fixed wires in like 1 second.
Also,
Well, I was trying to
Who's
fix
Pete
divert
Boone?
power, but I
yeah, I
didn't
don't
realize
know.
it didn't
I
have
thought
that task.
Callison was coming into the last place, but it looks like someone else came in.
Wait, who have we got? Who is new?
Pete Boone.
new. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
it's Pete. It's Skiller.
Pete.
I told you he was coming like
Aw.
4 times.
Wait, we have Pete Boomer
get
and
out
Pete
of my
Boom's oh no.
stream.
I've left now. Don't worry, Roger.
Good. Because
Oh,
last
yeah,
round
Pete?
he
I
wrote
was
like
pretty
knew
sure
it
you-
when I was imposter.
Yeah, I was pretty sure you were imposters, so I thought I'd hop in your stream to see for sure.
Well, I guess we got 10 now.
Oh my
Yeah, we
gosh.
But hey, I got some good kills last round.
Sorry,
But
Cal-
also, yeah,
and
after I
you
died, it was
almost-
so hard for you, Roger.
If we
and
want,
you
we
always
sorry, Callison. Yeah, if someone drops out, you can come in. I'm sorry. That was a very bad timing.
me let you kill her there, and I can't believe that they actually found that body.
Yeah,
Happy.
same.
Look,
I
good
wanted
work,
to
but
bait
she
her
ran down
because
the
I
next
knew
to-
it.
And,
And-
well,
Happy?
I looked at Edmund and there was a body
Yeah,
and
happy. Can you
shield.
start
So.
game?
Oh, she's AFK.
Happy.
Can we?
The other
Can
three
we?
were together, so that
How
was
do
really good.
people feel about slightly lowering crewmate vision
I'm down for lowering crit
Oh
vision
yeah,
to.
should
Yeah.
be
And-
0.75, I think.
and taskbar to meetings?
Yeah,
Those
yes.
are good settings. Although Happy is the only one who can do it. So
Yeah. I'm just.
Huh? What's
Happy,
we-
fix your settings.
what?
Wait.
Can we put crewmate vision down to 0.75?
Sure. Crewmate vision.
And taskbar upgrade to meetings.
Meetings.
Yeah, because we want to go for a more horror game feel, right?
Yeah.
No.
Crewmate vision down to 0.25. Let's go.
Actually, we don't.
But Boba, you almost marinated me because you could have killed me 2 times in communications.
I
The one time-
wanted to kill you one time, but then I saw my kill count was still on cooldown. I was like, fuck. I had to leave.
and I thought, okay, maybe she's not it.
Honestly, the argument that someone could have killed you so many times is not a valid argument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Right,
does,
so
it does not remove
I mean,
stuff.
it worked with me with Finno.
There is a difference between couldn't have got this kill and
Yeah.
could have killed me so many times.
Yeah.
For sure.
Are the rest of the settings fine?
Yeah,
Yes.
seem good.
Yeah. Good.
All
fuck.
right.
Apollo,
Number of tasks.
why,
good-
why
good
did
level
you
at the
follow
moment.
me for so long?
Kind
I
of
was
us now.
so scared of you.
Carson, you're German. Oh, damn, I haven't been an imposter at all. There's loads of people in the stream who are German. Happy Light Sense Benergy. Wait, what? What's going
Do
on?
you have to do that?
Okay.
Really?
I
Is
was
Pete-
almost finished with my download.
Is
Uh,
Pete?
Which
Vote
Pete? There's so many.
Zucchini. Vote
It's
Zucchini
Pete.
interrupted my card swipe.
Which Pete?
It's new Pete.
It's yellow.
New Pete.
Yellow
Why?
Pete.
What?
Why?
I'm
What's
down.
wrong
I
with
don't need
Zucchini?
any
What's
explanation. I'm
happening?
down.
Why? No,
What?
I want to hear some good points.
What?
Why?
Yeah, hold on. Okay, explain yours, and then I'll explain why I was
mute
doing
it.
what I was doing. Okay.
No, you go first. I'm eating chicken.
All right, you're eating chicken. Okay. So
That's probably why he.
So Zucchini stayed at the top of cafeteria, and there was someone else, I think, doing wires
Okay.
in the top of cafeteria. So I
Oh,
hung
no.
around there to make sure that Zucchini didn't murder that person.
Do we have
And
anyone only up
Zucchini
to doing
pulled the
wires?
button.
Did
Not
anyone
me.
do
I went
wires?
left.
It
Not
might not
yet.
have been wires. I can't actually remember.
Was
but
it on
there's
the
a
right
task in
side?
the top of cafeteria, I think.
No,
Was it
wires
top
on
right?
the left side.
Wires on the left.
right
you also
side
can't
is
get
the,
that
the
wires
trash.
first, I don't think.
It might
Yeah,
have been
me and
trash. I
Apollo
have
were
no-
at the
I
top
have no
right.
idea.
I was doing download. Apollo did trash.
Okay, it might have been whoever was doing download then. I can't remember, but there was someone stood up.
Do you remember that
and I
color?
remember seeing them.
But Zucchini, like, why are we killing Pete, by the way?
He's always sus.
Well, that's an incredibly dumb reason.
That only works with Finno.
I voted Zucchini
And
because
Roger.
he interrupted
You
my
watch.
task.
Yeah.
You watch.
For no
You
reason.
Honestly,
Skipping.
same.
There is no reason to be wasting stuff wasting time apart from
Very,
being sus.
very mean, Chris.
Yeah.
Also, who else voted for me? The other imposter, I bet.
I assume so.
Nah.
Oh boy, yeah, Sunny. Like everyone's from Germany, so we could almost speak in German. You'd be fine. Oh, it must not have fully reset the task. Okay. Gosh, I'm not looking forward to being imposter for the first time because it takes a lot of. You need to really. I think I'm just gonna end up being quiet because it's a lot easier.
One question: Can the Peter Boomer come to electrical? Because they are a task in the middle. I want to prove it to you.
Sunny.
Can you even watch my stream if you wanna?
Yeah, it's wires, but if not everyone has, like, wires is a communal
gosh.
task, I think.
Correct.
And so
This is what meetings are for.
Oh my gosh. That was quite a thing. You were dump? Aw. Callison, you'll never be dumped to me. Okay. Oops, did I not finish the task? Ugh. Annoying.
Oh no, happy.
Okay.
Mid-download.
So
yes.
This is no longer a meme. It is. I am.
So you admit that it was a meme the first time.
To the Pete Boomer and Pete Boomed.
Yeah.
Who went into Medbay second?
I went into
He
Medbay
did,
second.
I think.
He?
So
She, sorry?
So yellow was already in there, and then black came in.
Yeah.
Okay, I am
I think so.
75% certain it's Pete yellow because I was on admin. I saw 2 people in security. One disappeared from security and popped straight up in medbay. I went round to medbay. Those 2 have come out, and then I have gone to security and found Happy's body.
But Pete Boom scanned.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
She stood there and watched me scan.
Zucchini,
were you not able to scan?
If you're not... Zucchini, if you're not a traitor, you're doing a lot of work for the traitor squad.
Yeah.
I
didn't hear what
you saw the way
he can
to
be
scan
clear,
thing, right?
that's fine, right?
Sanity?
There are 8 of us, so admin table isn't super... Like, it's possible that it could have happened at the exact same time that someone left security and Pete entered medbay, right? That's possible. But that's what it looked like.
No, I entered, and he scanned.
You couldn't scan because of him.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's either
it could be
both.
both of them,
It's
to be fair.
either both of them or it's neither of them, right? Which I'm happy skipping.
I'm gonna go with neither of us.
Did anybody see Apollo?
Huh?
Sorry?
I'm gonna go with there are actually 8 imposters left.
I didn't see Apollo.
Where was
I think I might have seen Apollo at Electrical a while ago, but
Yeah, that's the last time I saw him when everybody was in electrical.
Alright, I feel
Also,
like...
there are 4 tasks in electrical.
Yeah, I'm skipping here.
I'm not feeling like Sunny and Pete are talking like 2 traitors because they're sounding too comfortable in what they're saying.
I mean, they could just be
I
comfortable
skip,
killing
by the way.
people.
Or maybe they're just good at the game, Counter.
No, there's none of that going on here.
Let's think about Blob last round.
Hey, thank you for the following, Colin. Apparently I should have done Among Us before. I mean, we were playing Among Us previously. This is the after party to the Teamfight Tactics tournament, which I put on bi-weekly. But people seem to enjoy it, so, yeah. But I guess this is what happens when you... choose a game that people actually play. Alright. Colin, you're Italian. Cool! I don't... Mi dispiace. I don't know any Italian really, though. Oh. Boink. Sani is the best imposter, I tell you. She will stab you in the back piece. She'll stab you so hard you have nightmares. Oh my gosh.
Really, again, mid-download.
Alright, so I found Blob. It was just outside of electrical, and I saw Sunny. So Pete Boomer, I saw them running upwards. So they were in electrical first. I went up to reactor, and when I came out, I saw them running up next to reactor.
Okay. I mean, Boris is very suspicious of Sunny as well.
Yeah.
Boris is
I'm not-
always
well,
suspicious of me.
He's
a smart guy. Boris is a smart guy,
Counter
so...
and Roger, where were you?
I was in... What was I doing? The medical bay thing where you do the test tubes?
Was Roger in there?
No, I didn't see anyone.
Where?
no, I saw
What?
Roger in cafeteria.
I don't
was-
think it's Roger.
She was running from the left, I think, as I came out of oxygen, and I saw Benny
I
in
had
oxygen.
electrical fixing in reactor and
Is-
in machine, engine.
This can't have been yellow, blue, or light blue. Because I saw them all on cams a long way away from electrical.
Yeah, I was dancing in front
No,
of
it's
him.
not zucchini on cams.
Boris has something to actually contribute now, saying the movement's finding a lot of bodies.
The guy on security, did you see me in the hallway to navigation? Or...
You went to O2.
Yeah, I was doing the leave task, and after that I went to navigation, starting my download.
I came off cams towards the end of the
Okay.
round to go to medbay to check.
Yeah, okay.
How old is that body? Do we know?
We have
Who's up
45
last?
seconds left.
How old
No
is
idea.
that body in the window?
We
Because I
are
might
seven.
be able to clear Zucchini for this one. I saw him on cams.
No idea how
I feel
old
like
it is.
I feel like it's Sunny. Just because I didn't see anyone else going into electrical when I went
We
out
haven't
there.
voted anyone yet, right?
No.
No.
Well,
No, we haven't.
Okay.
well, Roger can clear Zucchini. I can clear myself, and Roger.
We don't
Why,
know.
Roger? I
I
just said I'm clearing.
To be fair, I
Zucchini.
can't completely clear Sani. Like she ran in and watched
We have
me
10
scan,
seconds
but, like,
left. Who do
We
who do
don't.
vote?
We don't
an
vote on
imposter and
seven.
done that. Yeah.
Do we skip?
But
Yeah.
I feel. I feel Zucchini's judgment in the beginning was probably right.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like I would agree
I
with
see how it is
That was
then.
based on literally nothing, though.
No, but he
Still,
might
it's
be
like-
right.
It's
But-
It could be a
becoming
lucky
more and more
coincidence.
plausible.
Yeah.
Could be a
The
coincidence.
meme is real.
And let me
Long
finish my
live the meme.
download.
This kill.
Oh boy. I do think that maybe it could be actually Skiller because his reaction then was a bit weird. He kind of like reacted in a kind of like I know I try and read people's emotions in terms of the stuff they're saying. And he just seemed a bit off from what I would expect. Okay. Skillet. Yeah, I feel like Skiller was a little bit off in just some of his reactions. I'm just trying to listen out for like the slight intonation differences than someone you'd expect. Because there's the emotion I was sort of hearing a little bit there was sort of a little kind of like trying to sound offended, but not actually being offended. Well, I guess we know who it is now then. And it actually, yeah.
Where's the body?
This
So-
is in the doorway to admin. So I've just come from electrical.
I was
Did
with
my-
you, Zucchini.
Yeah. Did my download and then was coming over to check on the oxygen and then
I was
was
with
like, shit,
Benny
there's
and
12
Sani
seconds left.
and other O2.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
checked top O2 and people were already there, so I was about to go down.
Yeah.
But
I feel
you arrived
satisfied.
later.
I feel justified.
I did it. Yeah.
That hearing that
I
slight
came
Yeah, I
weird
came from
inflection in
left
Pete's
side.
voice was enough. Because yeah, it was the kind of the
Just,
slight.
Yeah, from-
Purely
you came
based
from-
on my gut feeling and the last round, I feel like it's still Pete.
Which
I was
one?
completely
Pete or
clear.
Sunny. I mean Sunny.
Mugen, where did you come from?
So I was with you in electrical the whole time.
Yeah, but before that, because I wasn't in electrical the whole
But,
time.
but I don't
No,
know.
I followed you around the whole time. So I did the O2 shoots, and that was my last task, and so I
Wait,
just followed you around.
Which body did you find?
Counter.
Alright, I'll be right back while I grab some water.
There's only one, right?
No,
No,
there's
they
two. We haven't
Oh,
voted
no.
anyone.
Boba
there's
is dead
two.
as well.
Who's the
We
other-
have to
Oh,
vote.
Boba.
We,
Damn.
we have to
Yeah.
vote.
Okay.
I feel like it's Sunny.
Yeah.
Don't
I
ask me
think
why. It's just
her kill cooldown was. I think they both killed and they still had their kill cooldown. They couldn't.
just
kill
because I saw her last round running away from the scene, and just gut feeling. But I don't know.
Either.
Pete, what do you think?
Running away.
I
You know, there's
think-
I
a
don't know.
event.
Like,
in
if this
Yeah,
electrical,
but that would be
right?
suspicious.
If
So
this
you
is-
just
it
run
could
away.
have been Zucchini and Mugen, but I'm not
It's
sure.
either Zucchini and
Sorry for
Mugen
that,
or,
but
or,
it's Pete.
or it could have been. It
Oh
could
gosh,
have
it's
been
still
Benny
archery.
and someone.
Yeah, it could also be. It could be everyone. That's
Like,
true.
has anyone been with Benny for the whole round?
No.
No.
Yeah. So we have
But
no
I-
idea
I
where
will
Boba's
finally-
body is. He
All right,
could
you
have
know
been-
what we do? You know that
Yes, Zucchini, you were with me.
we kick
I
Pete
think
Boomer
I'm
here.
going
We kick
Sunny.
Sunny.
Right.
We go Sunny, and then immediately emergency meeting, and we just kick Benny.
Okay. All right. Fine.
You saw me do upload.
Is
I
it
didn't-
over?
I didn't
the
see
Who
you.
question.
Oh,
voted
boy.
Benny there?
You were on admin.
Who voted Benny?
I wasn't on
Is the
admin.
game over?
Oh, it was probably Sani. Yeah, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
Okay.
I think it's the two Pete's.
Mute.
Because it's weird. Sunny didn't sound like she even tried to defend herself there, which was weird. Which suggests that she was being voted out by her co-conspirator and didn't want to try and mess it up. But maybe I missed that part. So you can see that Pete is waiting for the next person to turn up so he can murder them.
Oh my god, okay, so Ben just
it's
murdered
Pete.
Chris in front of me.
It's Pete.
It's not me.
It is Pete. I know why. Because I followed you down there, and then you just stood there.
What?
It's
I
not
was
doing a
waiting
great job
for
of persuading
someone
him.
Yeah, forward for someone to kill. Yeah, I know.
No, if I wanted to kill you, I'd have just killed you.
The OJ defense
I'm
comes
really
out again.
bad at oxygen.
If
I
I
wanted
was
someone
the
to
bad
watch.
guy,
Yeah,
I would
sure.
do this. It's
I
Mugen
hope
did
you know
not do
what
a good
you're
job
doing
of
there.
arguing there at all.
I know what I'm doing.
I'm just really bad at oxygen. I
Yeah.
wanted
Really
someone
bad,
to
yeah,
watch
see?
me.
Oh man.
Oh
I
my
fucked up
gosh.
So bad.
Incredible
I
excuse
knew it.
right there.
I just need to get something out of my system real quick. Zucchini, you're a fucking god.
Yeah,
How did you
I
kill
didn't
him
get
first
both of
round?
them, one of them,
Zucchini
and it was
is
both of them.
mad genius.
Oh,
How did
man.
you
I
get
table.
first? Oh,
spammed
sorry,
the
you're a
report
pumpernickel
button.
god.
I
I messed that up
spammed
so badly.
the
Admin
pumpernickel
table.
report button.
Zucchini
by the
was
way-
on cams when I vented into security and he didn't
Can-
see me.
I was gonna say that. Like, how did you not notice that, Zucchini?
Guys, could Peter and Sandy please rename, because it's
Yes,
really
please.
annoying to always
no,
be
no,
like,
no,
which
it's
Pete are we
literally the
talking
same.
about?
Wait,
I think
how
it's
we just kick one of them?
But it's funny.
No,
I
I'd rather
know,
not have
but
it that
it's
way.
really hard to communicate.
I was gonna leave and call myself Pete Doomer.
Do it.
Oh no.
We are all Pete's here.
Stop it.
Pete Bloomer.
Or we just
But
call ourselves
I'm
or
Pete
colours.
Blumen.
Human Bloomin.
But I was just waiting around the emergency meeting button here for the whole time, just because I knew something was going to happen.
But you didn't see me in Medbay scan?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
Lord.
Boris sucks.
Wait, I thought you meant the round before. I saw
Skiller?
in the short round I did see
Well,
you. Yeah,
I was trying.
yeah.
did see you.
I was trying to follow
last
the.
round.
What
Oh,
was
yeah,
your,
yeah.
Wait, when did I become yellow? This is not fair.
Skiller? What was your what was your logic when you were at the O2 and you went up the corridor away from O2?
I wasn't
Your
thinking
plant is
properly.
missing.
I don't know.
Yeah, you're
I,
right.
I
I
was,
heard it again
I was
more.
trying to. I was
I
trying to
did
wait
notice
out the
that.
counter. I was trying to wait out the counter.
So
'Cause it
I
was
noticed
equal to, like,
O2 went
5
off and you
seconds.
ran left.
And
Just
What-
that's still the best excuse. I'm just bad at O2. I want someone to watch me.
Yeah, I knew I'd really tied myself up because Mugen kind of
Yeah.
stayed away from me because he
Yeah.
knew it was me, and then I killed in front
Yep.
of Benny, which meant I couldn't be like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this person did it.
I immediately stopped when I saw you stand there because I knew, all right, because
And
you're
was
not
I
going in
right?
to do it. I'm gonna have an emergency meeting now.
Mute.
And then you come.
Yeah.
the round before, did you have still cooldown and couldn't kill me on O2?
Mute.
No, I just chose not to. I
Shut
think.
up!
Sorry.
Oh boy.
Damn it!
I like your name, Sunny.
I can't remember who is Zucchini. Who went up to us after you fixed O2?
Oh, what? Walked into O2 as well?
Yeah,
Counter.
Yeah.
counter. I think it's him because the body is in navigation and he came from that direction.
No, I came up from the bottom from the shield bit.
Which is past navigation, to be fair.
When
I guess
when did
so.
you come up there? Because
You and
Peter and I came up from navigation. No, not from navigation, from shields, and we
Yeah.
didn't see the counterfeit on the way.
I was coming up just after the auction started.
I know Boba Baby fixed bottom
I
oxygen.
ran down Yeah, you were at
I
O2
was
for
an
a while.
admin, yes.
So Counter was at O2, and I ran past him, past Nav, I think, down to comms, and then I saw Happy and ran away from her back the other way because I was worried she was going to murder me.
Nice.
But to be fair, I think she was
Nice.
probably within kill range, and she didn't kill me.
That's not what I
So-
would say.
Doesn't
when I
mean
would say
anything.
They wouldn't
Yeah.
hurt me.
I feel like it's either
So
Counter.
where's the body, sorry?
It's in navigation.
So it definitely could have been Counter.
So,
Yeah.
so
Juju-
essentially,
well,
it's either
I
Counter
said
or it's
Happy
Benny
and-
self-reporting. One of the
Happy
two.
and I also ran past someone else. Who was that?
Oh god, I don't know.
No,
I think it was Zucchini who came out of O2.
No,
I...
Zucchini was
I'm not
staying
sure it
behind. I went in front of him.
I
So-
have a feeling it might have been Boris, but I don't know.
What? I was
What?
bottom O2. I wasn't even anywhere close. I did cards
Okay,
for
wide
this
and
kill,
I'm
I
fixed
can
sure.
wires
hardly
and
hear
admin.
Zucchini.
No,
It could
you weren't
have
in
been
admin. No.
Well,
Sunny
I think
wasn't in
it's
admin
either
because I
Benny
was
or
in
Counterfeit,
admin.
right?
Sunny was definitely
Boba
not in
baby
admin.
saw me.
Wait, so you're
What?
saying Sunny wasn't in admin?
What? Where?
No, she wasn't because I was just fixing wires when you found the body.
Hmm.
I
But
was
the
in
vision is a
admin.
bit
I
smaller.
did the card swipe
she
and
was-
then in storage
She was
I did
in
the
calf
wire
at the end of that
fixing.
round.
Yeah, I went
'Cause I
past
passed it.
Zucchini.
So I didn't see you. So
Okay,
I
maybe
went in
it's-
there and
For this kill,
the
I'm
whole
pretty sure I
wire.
even went
it's
past
up
you.
here. I don't think it's Zucchini.
Oh boy, it's unfortunate to have both of the. Oh boy, I'm really not good enough at this game to be able to be a good imposter. Let's try and get as much distance as possible.
What?
Hmm?
What?
Okay, so
I
Happy
just
and
saw
Benny
Benny
have been
with the.
killed?
I went back to admin because the doors were closed on storage to see if there's a body,
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
and counterfeit and Benny went down.
Where
Yeah,
did you find the
storage.
body?
So I was Blob, you go first.
I am indeed muted. I am trying to talk and failing horribly. Sorry. Okay, so I found the body outside of comms. I was on my own in the right. I fixed oxygen up there. Did navigation task, come down, find the body.
Okay.
You didn't pass anyone.
Didn't pass anyone. Didn't see anyone.
What? So
So,
they've
yeah.
entered out of there.
I don't. No
Okay,
one can confirm
so-
that, but no one else is gonna claim the oxygen because it was me.
No, Mugen and I were together at electrical.
in electrical.
The doors went and shut him in, so I was kind of worried he'd been vent killed. But when the doors opened, he was still alive. So
Yes, Pete
Okay.
was waiting for me.
Okay,
So-
so as Sani said, it was Benny and Counter trapped in admin. We both came up to storage to look to check
Yeah.
that they were still alive. Then I basically come back down into storage with Counter.
Yeah, he
Like
literally
we haven't
just
got
died.
out of storage. So this is either Blob self-reporting or Roger killed and got an event. That's the only
or
two.
it could be
Blob
you and
would have
Counter.
seen Counter though.
So you said that Benny and Counter were together.
Yeah, we got.
Counter
Yeah.
was sussed pretty hard last round.
Not
wait,
based
there
on
has been another
anything.
kill as well. Who is
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Happy and Benny are both dead.
So
Do we have
anyone's
any
seen
idea
Happy?
where Happy is? Or was?
Wait, was
No,
Happy not the
I've-
blue
I've
reported
not
So
body?
Happy's
seen her
probably
the
quite
whole
old
round.
then.
I don't trust Counter here.
He
I
can't
kind
have
of
got this
why?
kill.
cares about voting on 7.
He can't have got the kill on Benny.
Why?
He could have
Because
done
I
if
saw
you-
him.
Yeah,
That,
but you
I
could have
mean,
seen
you
it.
could also be an imposter, just saying.
Yeah, it could be both of you.
Fine, but like when I die, remember, Counter can't have got this kill.
If you die.
I appreciate you being willing to go out to bat for me, considering.
The goal is doing that, and now no one will kill me.
Ingenious. Oh, well, Carlson, what's the perfect slime? Okay. Oh, everyone came, okay. I'm not venting because I'm not particularly confident in venting is the main thing. I need to have a consistent story. Jesus, what? There's a body right in the middle of the cafeteria.
Wait, what?
People were walking around the outside. Yeah, it was literally. It was. Wait.
Oh, what, like by
Dark-
table?
Yeah, it was dark blue.
Okay.
So I assume somebody saw someone vented and was racing with the table then.
No, I saw you go through cafeteria, Blob.
Saw me go through the cafeteria.
There were a few.
Yes.
There were a few people in the cafeteria when I was up there.
No, I'm sure it's Blob. sound
I didn't see
surprised.
you. Is this imposter
I
vision
went
here?
on the outer side of cafeteria because
yeah.
I'm scared of you.
I did see people going around outside. I didn't see anyone go in the middle.
I've seen Zucchini
I
and Counterfeit
didn't
come
see
from
sanity. I think it's going
asteroids.
to be sanity here.
No.
We haven't voted anyone, right?
Correct. So there are two
I
still
voted
left.
Blob. I'm 100% sure he is.
Wait, what?
The
What's
imposter.
the reasoning for Blob?
He was in cafeteria and acts all. What? I was in cafeteria?
I was not in cafeteria.
You were.
Me and Counterfeit were in security earlier, right?
Yeah.
He left to go do oxygen. I just greeted tasks. I'll be honest. I haven't even
Where?
been.
Where
I
are
haven't
you right
even-
now?
I only just came into cafeteria, right?
You
And I
went
did not
left
see
of
sanity.
cafeteria.
I think it's Blob.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
because-
coming into the left side of cafeteria,
Because
right?
the only
No.
the
You
only
went
person
left side.
the only people we couldn't account for last round were Blob and Roger is now dead. So I think
I know.
unless
I
someone
didn't.
has,
I didn't
unless
see
someone
sanity
has
at all, so it's gonna
five-headed
be-
this.
It's going to be
I
imposter
voted
vision here.
Blob.
I'm voting sanity.
Now it's enough 3.
The thing is, we have to vote.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
if we vote wrong, we lose the game.
Correct. And even if we vote right, we have to get the other one.
Wait.
Oh, yeah,
so I mean,
but-
I think like we were okay.
We
So
have
we already
10 seconds
confirmed that
left,
Zucchini
guys.
and Counterfeit repair. So I think it's
Who,
going to be
who,
Boris.
do
and
we
me.
go, who do we go for, Zucchini? Counterfeit.
It's either
Blob?
Well, so it's
Let's go Blob. Let's go Blob.
It's Blob. Okay, so it's Blob or it's.
We have to vote someone.
I think
now.
we possibly just lost.
I'm sorry, Blob, but we had to vote someone.
Yeah, you have to vote someone. It's reasonable.
And since it's either you or Sunny, that makes. All right.
Oh boy, it's all on me now. I think as soon as I find anyone who's by themselves.
Pete, you're not muted.
Whoop. Shit.
Let's see if you can pull it off.
Well,
Yeah.
shucks.
That's not the way you want it.
Oh well.
That's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. Oh dear.
I told you, Zucchini, you're such a third imposter. He couldn't have done the kill.
No, he didn't.
Wait, in all fairness, that kill was
He
me.
didn't. He didn't.
did.
I said he couldn't have done Benny. He couldn't have killed Benny because I literally saw him the whole time.
Oh.
I didn't say
Yeah.
he's clear.
Oh my gosh.
But he did it though.
You
No,
made it sound like it was
no,
less likely it was
no,
going to be.
I was
tried to set it
disappointed,
up
which
so
is
that
what I
it'd be
said.
countering Zucchini, and then you kill like Zucchini. It's
I
like,
think
oh,
I could
it
have
has to
maybe
be
gotten
moving.
away with it. I think I could have if I hadn't literally
Yeah,
given
if
myself
you
away.
hadn't just not forgotten to mute yourself.
It's big on
Alright,
stream as well. It's
people-
very
I
well.
don't know if
Well,
you could, because
I'm
was
going to
still
leave.
sus of him.
If Finna wants to join, you can.
Okay, I think that will.
People,
I think that will do
Okay,
me.
I will
my sister might join.
head off. It was
Yeah, everyone's
great.
leaving. Okay, well, bye.
Take care.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Oh,
Zucchini was so afraid of me.
well,
but
what
I
can
knew
we
I
do,
was
though?
near, so I stayed with him.
Sadly,
Like,
like
I almost
you,
wanted to respond to you and say, no, I'm still here as well. Don't worry.
you have such like your voice is so convincingly genuine when you're not the imposter. Like you really feel
Thinking
the
about
hurt.
it.
Yeah,
Thinking about it, I shouldn't have been scared of you.
and I hope that people
You pushed
remember that I
Rob.
cleared Zucchini. I cleared him really hard the first round. And
Yeah, I
hope
knew it
people
was
would
clear.
remember.
Oh boy.
I was so scared when I started Simon Says. I thought you were gone, but then you were there, so
We
I,
both did, Simon Says.
Yeah.
I was like,
so I guarded you.
I think it would have been very hard to have not gotten caught there because I figured everyone would just be together beyond this point. But hey,
I couldn't claim Mugen at all.
But the first kill, was it Blob or was it you?
I was just doing my tasks, and I think I didn't see. I only.
all right, Callison, you can come and join in if you would like to. I'm going to head out myself. So thank you guys for coming by. Thank you for the follows as well. Don't do a ton of Among Us, but we'll do sort of variety content, mostly TFT during the mornings. The next thing coming up on this coming Wednesday will be Monster Prom. But yeah, maybe I'll do some more Among Us since that seems to be what people are into. But cheers, guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you again, perhaps tomorrow.